You look really uncomfortable with it in front of you.
You look quite unsettled.
He doesn't look happy to see.
It's just, I feel like trapped, you know.
Why?
like you're like a fairground.
But you've got it like here.
bar.
You can have it like here. It's fine.
Yeah.
You can move it out a bit. Careful, not that far, and careful how much you touch it because it'll make noise.
Yeah.
Don't lick it.
This is what happens when we introduce new technology to Joe. You don't like it, do you? He looks unsettled.
change.
Tom's fine. Tom's sat there perfectly comfortable with the mic in front of him.
It's different, isn't it?
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining us on this fine Tuesday afternoon. It's nice and sunny this morning. The sun's gone away right now, but you know.
Yeah, it really showed off I need to clean my car.
Did it?
Yeah.
I need to clean my car, actually.
I need to clean my car.
I had an MOT yesterday.
Yeah.
One advisory, slightly worn tyre.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's pretty good.
I'll take it.
I
don't
don't
really
think I've
drive
ever
it far,
passed an
though.
MOT.
Hey?
You don't really drive it that far, though, do you? In terms of like miles.
Yeah? What do you mean I don't drive it that far?
Well, you drive like here and home again, like
yeah.
twice a week,
Right.
right? And then
Actually,
to the shops
around 4 times a week. But yeah, anyway.
So
I go to Birmingham and back for tattoos. I go to Nottingham and back for Warhammer.
yeah, but that's
World.
like once every couple of months.
Still quite far, you know?
Yeah, but it's not like
It's
you're
not
doing
that
it
far.
every month, is it?
All right, fine. If you haven't already, please make sure you smash all those magical YouTube buttons for us. Hit the like button if you enjoy the content. Smash subscribe if you haven't already. And hit that bell notification icon if you'll be notified every single time we go live or drop a new video. We've made a slight change to the Liam, Joe and Tom show. I bought these microphones about a month ago. And I finally found the arms that I like to clip all the cables in.
Yeah.
It's quite expensive, though.
Pretty cool, though.
They've got like a little condom wrapper for the arm as well.
Yeah, you can tuck the wires into the condom wrapper if you want to and hide the wires completely.
Why didn't you do that?
Because I wanted to leave them on. But hopefully it sounds better. And lapel mics give us. We can't get away from lapel mics for the games because of how much people move around.
Yeah.
But the lapel mics give us static and problems. We won't get any static or problems from these.
You just have to become super duper successful and hire people to do boom mics.
Yeah,
Yeah.
have people. Yeah, imagine being a YouTuber with like 14 people off camera just to produce one terrible battle report. Anyway,
Wouldn't be me.
we're back with the Liam, Tom, and Joe show. I feel like Joe, Tom, and Liam. I don't know how we would work.
Tom, Liam,
Joe.
Joe show.
Yeah.
It is the Joe show, isn't it? Let's be honest.
Oh, yeah. We're basically here to watch this moron.
He gets upset when it's not all about him and poisons people.
And what's interesting is on Thursday we don't have a Liam, Tom and Joe show. And the reason why we don't have a Liam, Tom and Joe show is because I'm in here very early in the morning to set up for the game stream because I've got to be at the stadium at 11:30 to get on a coach to go to Manchester to watch Saints play. My choice, I'm aware. Well, that also
What a
means,
waste
however...
of time.
Well, it also
It's like
means,
self-harm.
what it also means, however, is it does mean that I'll be back in the studio about 3 a.m. And so what I can do at 3 a.m. is I can set up for a 5 a.m. stream to do an LVO preview, which is what I'm going to do. Because we did the preview last time. It was a great preview. It was the Krieg preview. It was the only one I've ever done so far. It did really well. People really liked it.
Maybe you're the reason why it was good.
Well, let's hope.
Because you've always
Maybe
said...
now every time you do a live stream, it will be good content.
Because you've always said like watch-alongs are terrible and no one should ever do them.
They usually
And
are.
then you sold out and did it, and then it was a good reveal. So maybe
It's
you're the-
yeah, they just saw you doing it like got
I
the Eldar out.
I will add a... yeah.
yeah.
But also, I will add a caveat that I did the reveal on that particular day because I felt really unwell. And if I did the reveal, it meant I could stream earlier with a legitimate excuse and not do the evening show at 8:30. And I was in bed at 8:30. So
That's fair.
I sold out so I could go to bed early. And then it ended up being a fucking great show. And I'm like, damn it. It went
Every
really well.
time now.
So it's a 5 a.m. one, which we'll be doing on Friday morning. So there'll be no Liam and Joe Tom show on Thursday. But that means that today I thought we could talk about hopes and wishes for the LVO. Because actually, if you think about the reveal that happened in November with the Krieg box set, with the new Gloomspite Gits box set, with the new Eldar stuff, not in a box set, with all that stuff that happened and came out, like what could be coming so soon? What could be coming so soon to since that reveal that's just as big or important as impressive? Because it's LVO, which is like the biggest show that happens.
It's got to be Emperor's Children, surely.
I don't know. Games Workshop are so sine wavy when it comes to like this is the biggest event ever. We're going to show you one model, and it's terrible.
They have done that before.
Yeah, or like here's a bunch of models from 40 years ago that are made out.
So do you not think it will be so good then?
I think it'll be good because it's going to be Emperor's Children.
I don't think it will be as good as the last one, though.
No,
I don't think they can do better than all Krieg
Well,
and all Eldar.
it depends on what the next faction is because like we've
It's supposed
had
to be nice, isn't it?
we've had zero information on knights. Like,
Yes,
no
they
hype
told us on
whatsoever.
the roadmap, Q1, Knights, Eldar, Guard.
Hmm.
Guard are obviously on pre-order right now. Eldar sometime soon.
Yeah.
And they showed us all that stuff on that reveal. So
I'd imagine it's Eldar next, just because they've done the whole reveal.
because we've seen all the
for it.
models.
Yeah, yeah.
But what would you get? What would you get for Knights? Do you think they're going to get new models for
I'd-
Knights?
I wonder if they do another Armiger variant, which I know you love.
Fuck, I hate him. Why so
I don't want them to,
What?
but I don't know what else they would do.
What they need to do is add maybe a bigger knight on top, or another version of like the Castellan.
Maybe.
Because knights, I kind of feel like Games Workshop doesn't want knights in the game.
I would like.
That's how I feel.
I would like to see another Chaos Knight kit that is chaosy.
Yeah.
So maybe they bring out another Castellan or what's the flamer one called?
The Valiant.
Valiant.
So- yeah.
But a chaos version of it.
Yeah.
It's not just
Because
stick some spikes on
Because then it
this.
splits the lines then.
Yeah, and then if you go Imperial Knights, I think what they probably need is a third Armiger variant.
Yeah,
because
I think,
Chaos have got like
I
5
think
versions.
the Imperial ones need like a spear and shield kind of
Yeah,
little
or
one.
like a
something
mini
that.
Lancer.
Yeah, basically.
Or
I'd be down for that.
support you.
But what's weird as well though is like they said Imperial Knights, not Chaos Knights, in the roadmap.
Yeah.
So I don't really know how they're doing that.
It might just be Imperial.
Do you think it'll be
Knights.
one book?
I
like it
think
to
they
be one
should
book.
do one.
I think they
book.
should do one book. Even though I know it's like Imperium and Chaos at the same time.
I feel like one.
I feel like it
if
doesn't
you did
really-
one Knights book, 3 Imperial detachments, 3 Chaos detachments, everything in the book.
Yeah.
Or 3 or 4 detachments, either Imperial or Chaos. Doesn't
It'll
matter. They're both the
be...
same.
No, I think they probably do need to do separate detachments. Because you think about all the lore that they try and
that's
shove
true.
in them. But it'd probably be 4 each with the Grotmus ones, I'd imagine.
Yeah, 3 each, but 4 with Grotmus.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
what I would do. And then you could. There's a couple of Knight variants. Oh no, you'd have to double down, I guess, on like the Paladins or whatever. But I'm always a bit against having a Paladin as a Chaos Knight.
Yeah, it is weird when it's just an Imperial Knight painted.
I feel like it's strange
black.
that Chaos Knights get all of the Imperial Knights, but they can have them Chaos version plus extra.
Yeah.
And Imperial Knights just get Imperial Knights.
I guess like if they didn't have that, they'd have like 3 units in Chaos Knights.
Yeah, I know. But
Is the issue.
make them stronger then.
But Knights are just a massive problem, to be honest, in the game.
Yeah,
They're just impossible to solve.
they're either massively dominating because you're running 12 little knights.
Yeah.
Or they're just massively underwhelming.
Yeah.
I can't remember who I was talking to, but they're saying the way you fix Chaos Knights is you get rid of the character baby knight.
Oh, you have to bring a big one
You
then.
have to bring a big one.
It was Lee.
It was Lee. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
because he plays Chaos Knights.
Yeah.
I think that would be good. I don't know if that solves the issue, though. I think that just makes Chaos Knights worse.
I
Then just
don't
have
know.
one big one and 10 little ones.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I think
don't-
At least it's a big one, Tom.
I know, I want a big one to
I
be
want
there.
there to be a minimum of
I just want
one.
the big ones to be good.
What you have, if you want baby knights, you have to take a big knight, and you
Yeah.
can take 1 to 3 baby knights for every big knight that you have, because it looks like a force den, but it's also controlling.
So you're almost combined arms detachment
Yeah.
in knights, essentially.
Yeah.
So for every HQ you can take 3 troops
Yeah.
or 2 troops. You go for every big knight you can take 2 or 3 armager classes.
I think every Chaos Knight player I played against has either been the super try-hard one taking 13 War Dogs, or the super one like into the lore hugely, has spent like thousands of hours customizing, painting their like 4 big dudes, but just lose every game. There's like no middle ground.
It's a shame because the actual Chaos variants of the bigger ones are fucking sexy kits.
the like Psyker Knight one is so cool.
so sexy.
Abominant or something?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, I love that.
I'm mad for it, and yet no one takes
Put
it.
random crows on it.
Yeah.
It's so good.
I've got the knight. We've got the knight army back, which I need to build and paint. I am really looking forward to it.
The Chaos one.
The Chaos Knight.
I like
one,
War
yeah.
Dogs as well, to be honest. I know they get taken way too much, but like I think they look cool.
War Dogs. No, but War Dogs are cool.
They look cool.
I'm not saying you should take 13, but I think
That's the difference, though,
problem.
right?
Yeah. Do you think if they just weren't battle line, that would help?
The biggest problem with the baby knights is their OC.
Yeah,
would
OC
say.
8 for each one is kind
I
of
don't
insane.
understand why they're OC 8.
Because the big ones are only OC 10.
Yeah, but like
I know why.
a Land Raider Redeemer, which is OC.
but
a Land Raider Redeemer.
Joe, I know
Not
exactly
that
why they're OC8. Think it through. So Land Raider is OC5. But what does Space Marines have access to? Intercessors. How many OC is an intercessor?
2.
So how many OC is 5 intercessors?
10.
So if you have 5 intercessors on a point and a baby knight walks onto it, it doesn't take the point.
Yeah, but that's the same as having 10 cultists.
Correct.
Yeah.
So it doesn't take the point.
And they're OC2, like the cultists.
Yeah, so it doesn't take the point.
Yeah.
So knights, even being OC8, if they walk onto an objective held by a single unit that is designed for taking objectives, they don't take the point. They have to kill models to be able to take the point.
But that's why I think that Chaos Knights and Imperial Knights need a dedicated support infantry unit that goes
Strong
on the
agree.
army.
I'd be well up for that.
If Chaos Knights just got their own cultists and then normal Knights just got men at arms or whatever, that would solve a lot of problems.
Make the baby Knights non-battle line,
Yeah.
so you can only take 3 of each.
Yeah.
and then give them a battle line infantry.
battle
unit.
line trash units to run around.
Chaos Knights is an easy fix because you just give them.
Yeah, you
cultists.
can literally just copy paste
Yeah.
cultists.
And Imperial Knights,
nice
you
as
just give them
Yeah.
Skitari.
Oh, well, I mean, you could. It'd be cool if they had like men at arms or something.
I prefer like
I feel like
household like.
Yeah.
Taking admech is a bit weird, isn't it? If I was a Knights player, I think I'd rather. Well, I guess it depends what side of Knights you fall into, doesn't it?
I do feel like I'd like to see some like Imperial soldiers in like dress wear because they're like household protectors type stuff. That'd be super cool. I'd be into it.
That'd be cool.
If you had them and you gave them sort of OC like you get for Space Marines and for cultists and what have you, you could then take the OC of the baby knights down from OC8.
Yeah, you
but
I think,
at the moment, I think OC8 is literally its perfect place.
I think you make
it
them
is-
OC5.
I think OC8 is a bit too good, just because like most people aren't running loads of battle lines.
Yeah, because
Well, OC8 would be okay if it wasn't for the fact that you were taking 13.
Oh yeah, because you just put.
Then
2
it
on the
becomes a
point.
problem. Then you
Yeah.
put 2 on there, you've got 16 on the point
Yeah.
immediately. If OC8 was OC8, but you only had 5 war dogs and 3 big guys,
that'd be
it's
right.
then a perfect
Yeah.
place. And I think what happens is this happens loads with Games Workshop. Games Workshop live in their own little bubble sometimes up in Warhammer World in Nottingham, and they write these codexes and they make these cool narrative themed things, and they look at a knight army, and I'm pretty sure their rules writers go, people are going to take 3 big ones and 5 little ones because that's the coolest thing to do.
Yeah, people have fun, don't
And
they?
tournament players go, nope. No, we're not doing that. And
Yeah,
that's
you should
why.
see,
And I don't blame GW for it because I think so often they put the codex out there and then people go, well, we just do this because it's much stronger. Yeah, and then Games Workshop go, well, that's not themed or narrative. And they go, don't give a fuck, I'm trying to win a tournament.
yeah,
Yeah,
And I think that's why they're OC8.
I looked at some of the tournament lists that were at the big Nottingham Super Major that just happened this weekend, and the guy came second. I think was Innes Wilson.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was running Blood Angels, but with no Blood Angels units, so he gets +1 a wound in the.
Is this why Paddy
assault.
put that in our group chat?
Is that what he put?
Paddy put a thing in our group chat the other day. Go, hear me out. Blood Angels with no Blood Angels units.
Yeah,
Like,
so he gets
because it is just one of the men.
He came second, to be fair. Slanesh Demons actually won it, which is interesting.
because
They're quite good.
very, very good.
But yeah, he was running like the whole Blood Angels thing with no Blood Angels unit, so they still get +2 strength and attack, but also +1 a wound.
What's crazy is that you don't have to run Blood Angels to run that detachment.
I didn't even know you could do that.
So I, for instance, with my Raven Guard, if I don't take Shrike, I can take that Blood Angels character detachment
yeah,
and just do everything.
it's kind of weird, isn't it?
Yeah, it's. I don't like it
No, I don't like it.
because it feels wrong because those are their kind of own specialist detachments.
They've gone too far the other way from what they were
Yeah.
before. So before, when you are Ultramarine, so you take this detachment, and you're Raven Guard, so you take this detachment. What they've done now is they've gone, we're going to open it up, so we're going to give you 7 detachments in the Space Marine Codex, 8 now with Grotmus, and you can decide which one best fits your Raven Guard theme. I'm okay with that. I think that's fine. But then they went, oh, by the way, if you don't take Shrike or any Raven Guard chapter named characters, you could theoretically run any of the Dark Angels or Blood Angels ones that you want that don't tie into a specific keyword. So, for example, Inner Circle Task Force would be pointless because it actually refers to Inner Circle units, but you can run the Blood Angels one. And I think that's where they've gone too far the other way.
Yeah, I think it's just a Space Marine problem, isn't it?
Well, yeah, it's Games Workshop have basically made Shrike, Volkistan, Agrak Zagatone, Tor Garadon, and the Iron Hands Tech Priest guy.
Yeah, father.
The Iron Father Ferios made them completely
Robot
redundant because they go, if I don't take these, because I'm an Iron, if I don't take Iron Father Ferios as an Iron Hands player, I have access to every Space Marine detachment in the game. Or I take him and I technically handicap myself. Same for the.
I mean,
I don't know if you
only
really do though, because you're only barring yourself from like Blood Angels, Dark Angels.
Yeah, you only handicap yourself if you really want to take a Blood Angels detachment or a Dark Angels detachment. If you don't want to take them, you're not handicapping yourself at all.
Yeah, but it depends. This comes down to the case of like, if you want to win tournaments and events, you don't take the fun narrative. You don't take the one narrative character that you have access to.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think that perhaps for Iron Hands, their strongest is probably still Gladius.
Yeah.
And so that doesn't matter for them. But I take your point. You know, if let's say let's say Liberator Assault Force was in fact the strongest Space Marine detachment in existence.
Yeah.
And it's up there, right? Let's say it was the strongest.
Like top 3.
Yeah, let's say it was the strongest. Then taking Iron Father Furious does definitely hinder you if you want to take Liberator Assault Force.
Yeah.
It would do, 100%.
But I think if you do an Iron Hands, you probably either do Gladius or you do, what's that one called? Like the tank gun one that's supposed to be Iron Hands.
Iron Storm.
Yeah, I think it's Iron Storm. Iron Storm's quite good.
But then, what's a really good Dreadnought vehicle detachment is the Dark Angels version of the First Company detachment.
The Inner Circle Task Force.
Because that gives you the +1 to wound benefit on objectives, and all Dreadnoughts, Land Raiders, Blade Guard, and Terminators all become
Inner Circle.
So then the Iron Hands Dreadnoughts, their damage output actually gets massively increased.
It does, yeah. And what really sings that, well, you do miss out on what really sings that detachment, which is Inner Circle and Deathwing Knights.
Yeah.
But there's no reason why you couldn't convert some Iron Hands Terminators and call them Deathwing Knights for the datasheet keyword purposes and run them in that detachment. So it's doable. But I think that, for me personally, I think that the Blood Angels detachment should be locked to just Blood Angels. But I feel like if you're going to do that, you also need to restrict how many they get access to in Standard Space Marines.
Yeah.
And then I think there's one way where you have this one detachment because you're painted this way. There's the other way, whereas you have all these 15 detachments because you happen to be a Blood Angels player. And then there's somewhere in the middle, which is where we probably should be.
Yeah, I think they're making it more difficult for themselves by having overlap between Blood Angels, Dark Angels, Space Marines.
It's interesting because it's only Space Marines that has this problem.
Yeah, like
because
when you look at fucking World Eaters, for example, they have their own separate codex, they're only allowed certain things, they have different points.
Yeah, I think
it works a lot better.
I think going into 11th edition, I think you need to do away with the supplements and then just have
because
the Blood Angels Codex, Space Wolves.
I feel like it'd be easier to balance it.
Yeah,
but we had that.
Yeah,
they went into that in 8th, I think it was, and they came back out of that in 9th. You have a Blood Angels Codex that lists all the units again, and the downside being, and I get this, the downside being you have intercessors listed in 2 places. If you release a brand new datasheet, a brand new set of models, you've got to release it for 5 codexes. Yeah. I get it. I get that it becomes more admin heavy, but we did have that before. They come away from that.
12 demon prints.
But I also think that if you are a Blood Angels player, for me personally, I'd be like, I'd rather just buy one fucking book.
Yeah.
I was messing around the other day with Dark Angel stuff. And it was so frustrating to be in the index section on the app, not in the list builder. I found out now you just do it in the list builder. In the index section, looking through their rules, and then having to go down to Space Marines to find. Hang on, how does intercessors work? Down to Space Marines, back up to Dark Angels. It was such you have to do it in the list building area. You have to, because at least then it's all in one place. Mm-hmm. It's so frustrating otherwise.
But then it makes balancing one unit they all have access to easier based on the codex. Because I was calling for when the Blood Angel supplements come out that they move intercessors, assault intercessors with jump packs and terminators and things like that into the Blood Angel supplement. So you have Blood Angels, assault intercessors.
Yeah, like Blood Angels Captain.
Yeah, because everyone currently is paying more points for assault intercessors with jump packs because Blood Angels exist.
Yeah, because they're so much better than Blood Angels.
Yeah.
So are we hoping then that we see night stuff at LVO if we bring it back onto topic?
Yeah.
I hope they get stuff. I hope it's more than just like another War Dog or something.
Yeah, I think Chaos will probably get more, like maybe like a Valorant level thing. Maybe something. I'd like to see an infantry unit for both, and then Chaos Knights.
I'm one of these people who's firmly in the camps of I don't want to see the Imperial version called a Chaos one.
Yeah, but
painted slightly different, or maybe add a spike.
But then the people that have been playing Chaos Knights since they were released are in a bit of a sticky situation then because they've got a bunch of knights that have Gatling cannons and stuff. Because that means that a lot of their tanks then become
We have
unviable.
historically seen, if we think more recently with the World Users release, that Games Workshop don't give a fuck about that.
Yeah, but for a 30 quid, or was a 30 quid box set at the time, that being written off isn't as bad as what is essentially having £100.
But it's not a 30 quid box set, is it? Because we knew people that had 30 Raptors.
Yeah.
It's not a 30 quid box set there.
That's true.
It depends what you've leaned into, doesn't it?
Yeah.
If you've bought one box of Warp Talons and you can't take them anymore, 100% you're correct, it's only 30 quid compared to a Knight. If you've bought 30 because you thought they were really working World Eaters and they write all them off.
Yeah.
So they've done it.
Yeah.
I'm hoping we see a significantly decent amount of stuff shown off for Emperor's Children. Honestly,
It's got
and
to
I'm
be
hoping,
useless, doesn't it?
I'm hoping that they give us some indication as to when it's coming as well.
I think
Actually, the one thing I would like is a roadmap that isn't just
An actual
we might
roadmap?
release something sometime, maybe.
I am fairly certain in my head
Uh-oh.
that Emperor's
That's a worry.
Children, Emperor's Children come after Chaos Knights or whatever the night releases.
I don't know.
Because
think that's a bit early.
When did they show off new Krieg, new Eldar?
November.
And we're in January now.
Was it end of October?
But I feel like a more fair comparison was thinking of the World Eaters timeline, because that was a full army release, and this is a full army release.
So how long did that take? That was only like 6
About
months.
a year.
Was it a year?
Yeah,
was
It was
it?
about a year, yeah. But that's when they first started showing off. They first started talking about Emperor's Children in the summer last year.
Yeah,
I think
they've been
summer-
talking about Emperor's Children for the best part of the year now. Part of me feels like we will see the range of models that we'll get. So Fulgrim, Lucius, Noise Marines, whatever the specialist unit is, whatever the cultist unit is, and maybe an additional character. And then we could be seeing Emperor's Children in like March, April time.
You'll get your Terminators painted purple.
30 Terminators.
Yeah.
If I know what's in the range, I can then start to figure out what I can do now to go in the army.
Yeah, so that's part of why I want to see a decent reveal.
Yeah,
what I don't
definitely.
want to be like is we've seen what Fulgrim looks like. Here's what Lucius looks like.
Yeah.
Here's what a single Noise Marine looks like. Stay tuned for more. I want to be like, what are you giving us?
Yeah.
Can we do standard Chaos Terminators, or are you actually giving us an Emperor's Children version?
Yeah.
Can we do Emperor's Children demon engines, or are you going to give us a specific? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It gives us a better opportunity to go, okay, so we know there's Terminators coming, so we're not painting Terminators. We will need Rhinos. They won't probably be any different.
No.
But you never know, because every now and again they could go, well, actually, here's a Rhino with Emperor's Children logos on it for a change. Or with a massive dildo strapped to the side.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah. Steven says Angron got revealed because he got leaked today, which is true. So
That
that might
is
be
true.
part
Yeah,
of the timeline.
He got revealed a bit earlier, I think.
Emperor's Children have done a really good
I'm amazed
job
they
of
haven't
not
been
being
leaked.
leaked at all.
Because haven't like all of the Primarchs been leaked essentially over time?
I don't know.
Magnus got leaked. Angron got
definitely
leaked.
did.
Did the Lion get leaked?
Lion didn't get leaked.
Okay.
Well, actually, no. He did get leaked because him and Dante got revealed by someone putting them on eBay.
I didn't think the Lion got leaked.
Dante got
Because I remember seeing the Lions reveal and getting super excited for it.
Dante got leaked. I remember
Yeah,
him
Dante
going
definitely
up
got
on eBay.
leaked.
But because they both kind of came out like Dante. I felt like Dante's release was only because his model got leaked. That's the only reason he came out. I think.
Yeah,
As early as
maybe.
he did.
Could have been, yeah.
We've got some gifted members, Joe.
Gifted members, but I just if I know what that we're getting, then it means that I can go. Cool, I could probably get a Spartan to run as a land raider. I can get some Rhinos, maybe like some Emperor's Children Contemptor Dreadnoughts. You know,
I would, like Tom said, I would really like a roadmap that showcases at least the remainder of 2025
Yeah.
with a loose time frame. Call me skeptical, but I'd imagine that one of the reasons why we don't get it in any kind of decent capacity is because they don't know.
Yeah.
It probably changes around far too much because I actually don't think they're all that organised, believe it or not.
I wonder.
But I was
Yeah.
talking to my brother the other day, and there is a significant number of codexes. Like we counted over, I think it's 11 that haven't come out yet.
Yeah, definitely.
11.
I do wonder if they're going to try and rattle off all 4 chaos-specific gods armies over this year in like quite quick
The year of
succession.
chaos.
Just because like there's a reasonable chance now that demons are getting shoved in, and if they do one, they kind of have to do all four.
I'm fairly convinced we'll see every codex this year.
I don't know about that.
I don't think we will. I think the first quarter at least of next year we'll see codexes, despite the fact that 11th edition will be coming.
Yeah,
because that's what they do. Because they're fucking arseholes for that.
Yeah.
And as much as I love GW, and as much as I love Warhammer, and as much as I love 40k at the moment, they are arseholes for that.
I think we'll probably see the last 2 or 3 codexes.
What I will say,
if it's not being indexed, will be designed for.
What I will say is, if they do that, if they release a codex in Jan Feb, but they don't hard stop a 10th and do brand new edition at 11th, it's possible that all codexes will be usable in 11th anyway. We saw this from 8th to 9th.
Yeah.
If they do that, it's not that bad. The only time it's a real problem bringing a codex out in January, February when a new edition comes in June or July is when they go hard reset.
Yeah.
You're like, you fucking arseholes.
Surely they're not doing another hard reset. Like,
well, I don't know.
10 to 11.
I think their business model is no hard reset. I think their business model is hard reset every 3 to 4 editions.
Yeah.
But let's face it, 10th came out super busted. Now, I think
true.
11th is a perfect opportunity to consolidate all the fixing they've done with FAQs, with designers' commentary, and go, here's a reprinted rulebook that actually includes everything in it.
Here is what 10th should have been.
Yeah, this is what it should have been 3 years ago. Sorry.
Yeah. Enjoy.
Oops, lol. Yeah.
Pay more money.
Have another rulebook. If they do that, I think people will be quite happy.
I'd be fine with that, but I like 10th at the moment. I'm having a good time.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it now.
Yeah.
Actually.
I'd be fine if 11th was just like consolidation of rules and fix a couple of things.
Bit of tweaking, bit of tweaking here and there. But the problem is, tweaking again. I don't know this. I'm not in charge of Games Workshop. But tweaking here and there is not the ultimate business model for them, because what a new edition does is generate a shitload of new revenue.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because everything changes, and everything changes to do with weapons and what's
but
good
they'll
and what's
still
strong.
be able to do that by releasing codexes, I guess, because they can still mix it up a bit with that.
Well, I'm fairly convinced.
I think the balance update for them now is actually probably doing a lot to sell stuff.
I think 11th edition will see like the gap filling edition.
You want them to fill your gaps?
I want them to fill my gaps. Yeah, like I talked about the Space Marines. I'd like to see the Space Marine chapters get their own specific units now. You know,
that would be cool. Yeah,
yeah, like
they got like
Iron
one
Head.
each.
And then because what do you give Space Marines now as a brand new unit? You know, you go new assault terminators, Vanguard vets.
That's it, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's not a lot left to say, is there?
Yeah, like a new drop pod. You know,
I don't think they're doing
it's
a
gonna be
drop pod.
I think they want to bin off the drop pod.
I think they would if they could.
Like a version, like a floating version of the Razorback.
Well, we're not going to see this at LVO though.
No, we're not going to see that.
LVO.
But there'd
I
be
guess
kill
40K
kill
wise,
teams. There'd be kill team at LVO.
Yeah, there probably will be kill team, won't there?
2 new kill teams.
So
2 new 50 quid box sets. That
It's great, more 40k.
I bought
Literally.
Yeah.
on Saturday. I bought a box of Scouts.
Why?
No,
Why
no.
are you buying things?
Right, I bought a box of Scouts because I had a £20 voucher.
right,
I still
okay.
had to pay 20 quid
Hey,
at a discount.
Oh Jesus, we've got some more memberships. It's a slow start.
So
today,
it was
John.
so it's £47. Right, you get 2 Scout squads, 2 5-man Scout squads, and you don't get the cards. You're paying what is essentially
You don't get the cards.
You're basically paying 10 quid for a sheet of pop-out cardboard tokens for that unit, compared to what you had to pay before.
But did you buy them?
What?
Did you buy them?
I bought them
they'll
because
keep selling it?
because you need Scouts.
So they'll keep selling them, won't they?
Yeah.
So if they go, the only way you can buy Krieg 10-man Krieg squads is in the combat in the kill team at 45 quid or whatever it is. I guess what?
I
They're gonna
think
sell a load.
Kill Team
Yeah.
is an incredible money making.
Oh yeah, like if they were suddenly like, here's this World Eaters kill team, it's incredible. It'll be like, Liam, please buy me 3.
Because what they're doing now is they're putting
Tom.
they're putting near essential units for your army in Kill Team.
They're literally filling gaps in the armies with kill team. Like,
Yeah.
if you look at the whatever the hell the Votan one was called,
Yeah.
that has infiltrate, which is the one thing they didn't have, which they really, really needed.
Yeah.
They now have it in a kill team, which costs twice the much as their normal units.
Up to 30.
And then so like now Space Marines, Scouts, one of the most essential units.
Yeah, like
that Space
everyone's
Marines
taking
need.
scouts because
Like-
they just do stuff.
Catachan, You know,
Everyone loves Catachan.
Scions.
Krieg.
Joe loved Catachan when they came out
Huh?
because they were fucking broken.
Catachan when they came out were bonkers.
No, I remember the pain.
But that's what also happens is that, like,
I
sometimes...
remember like going to my first tournament and playing the number 1 guard player and having a bad day.
Yeah, it's like, please take 60 mortal wounds to 10, please.
Yeah, I was
Thank
like,
you.
oh, I'm dead.
Yeah, it was... Yeah, they, like... So that's going to happen. But I think what we're going to start to see now is, like...
Yeah, actually,
your
to be fair,
specialist
like
units.
someone mentioned orcs. The new orc meta is that new kill team, but 3 of each unit. Mm-hmm. So you have to buy 6 boxes of kill team to do it. Genuinely. With the new tactical brigade, it's insanely good.
Good. Let's go for a wee.
Already? It's 34 minutes.
34 minutes.
This is like your 4th piss of the day.
You went just before the stream as well. At least we know now that we're not going to hear him.
He can't take
piss
that
on
one
stream.
with him.
Yeah, I mean, he tried.
You could set one up in the bathroom, I guess.
Yeah. Right, chat, thank you so much. We're on 30 members now. I was worried for a brief moment, Tom.
Yeah,
Nothing was coming
I could
through.
see it in your eyes.
It was bad last night as well. I think they've got sick and fed up of me now. You had last year, Liam. Go back to work.
Yeah.
I don't know. The thing is, apart from guessing that we might see something night related, and I'm definitely
It's
one
kind
of those.
of difficult to say. Really,
I'm definitely one of those people that wants to see like an infantry unit that is like a household protection type thing.
I think that'd be
whatever.
cool because it leans into the Knights vibe, doesn't it?
Round them off a little bit more as an army rather than just oops all vehicles,
Yeah, 'cause,
super
like,
heavy all the time.
Yeah, you want your little trash people running around, just
Yeah.
existing. And
Doing
they could do a
objectives and
really
stuff.
cool kit as well.
And then, and I think I think we're right. I think we'll see a reasonably sized Emperor's Children announcement.
Well, that one dude with the whip and the sword, I have a small suspicion it's Lucius.
Probably Lucius.
So that's kind of a guarantee. Not sure about Noise Marines. You'd hope so.
Yeah, I think we'll see Noise
And
Marines.
you'd imagine there'll be some either a Terminator unit or like an 8-bound equivalent unit for the Emperor's Children.
But I think that we might see more Chaos releases this year.
I
We saw
think we
none
will.
last year
We've
at all.
had literally 1 Chaos Codex come out of 7 or whatever
That's
it is.
generic Chaos Space Marines.
Yeah, CSM's done. Pretty good.
So there's 6 Chaos Codex, 7 Chaos Codexes in total if you include demons.
Well, yeah, they might not come out.
Well, we'll see.
They've just had all their detachments come out, so I'm not sure what the Codex would do.
I think. I don't know. I don't know what I think.
I
of
have no
demons.
idea. It just really feels like they are.
I think a lot of people are 50-50 on demons, whether they're going to go into their respective.
I'd quite like it if they just shoved them all in the specific ones, but
So
I
for
would
me-
feel bad for like generic demons.
For me, who's not a generic demon player, I would much prefer the relevant Legion books to be
Yeah.
fleshed out by the respective
because
gods.
I think that would solve a lot. Because the main issue that the god-specific Legion books have is that they have a lack of variety in units.
Yeah.
And like demons would solve quite a lot of that because there's already a bunch of them that you could buy and have, and it would just fit in with the aesthetic as well.
Yeah. Do you try and stamp when you walk?
Do I try?
Yeah. You don't have a soft. You don't have a soft walk to you, do you?
Well, no, look at me.
That is irrelevant
Yeah, but I'm not trying to appease downstairs, am I? It's empty
for now.
for now.
Yeah.
No, there'll be no one in there either. You know?
Thanks, mate. He's got so much faith in my future business
Well,
idea.
no, just because-
he's really not supporting you.
Because
here.
the people on the middle floor, they're just like the minions.
The shoppers.
It's only on the ground floor that we care about.
The ground floor's a gaming hall. Yeah.
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 You don't care about the people paying you money, is what you're saying.
Anyway,
Yeah, but
chat,
I won't be working down
I
there.
think it's a dead sort. We'll see some Emperor's Children. I think we'll see something
gotta
not related. I'd love to see something else chaos. I'd like to see something worldy, is obviously selfishly, but
Yeah,
I'd like to see
100%.
something. What's Slanesh's
Oh.
enemy?
Corn, innit? No.
Well, Khorne,
Nurgle?
but Slanesh and Khorne hate each other.
So I'd like how cool would an Emperor's Children World Eaters box be?
I would.
Well, they did
be
say
fully
that,
erect.
They didn't say that it would be corn in April, but
They did.
It was,
yeah.
it
To be
was
fair, they
hev-
said what was it like World Easter?
Yeah, World
Comments.
Easter. Yeah.
That's why I think that they'll be like whacking out all 4 in quite quick succession. Because if World Eaters come in Easter, then Emperor's Children realistically could be this big summer release.
Yeah.
That's quite close.
I think they
together.
missed a trick though. I think what they could have done is gone June Emperor's Children, July Nurgle, August World Eaters, September Thousand Suns.
Do you think? Oh,
Because
what for the
number of the
yeah,
month
I
for
get
the
it.
Legion. That's
Yeah,
what I would
cool,
do.
yeah.
That's what I would do.
But then
But hey.
that's later than April.
Guys, if you've got ideas, in a minute we're going to be jumping into chat for
Yeah.
the 5 super chats we've got. If you've got ideas as the sort of things you want to see at LVO's reveal, or things you think we're going to see, not just what you'd like to see, but things you think we're going to see, chuck them on super chats for us on colourful postcards. We're about to start reading them out and saying thank you.
Jeremy Blankenship does point there was the Wrath and Rapture box set, which was Khorne Sinesh.
That's cool.
Yeah.
They should do that again.
For starties.
That'd be banging.
Yeah.
Because they could do like Death Guard versus Zinch as well. They won't because they're not coming out. But
then at the time, both of those demon units you could use the box set to make one army.
Yeah, because they're all demons.
Yeah. Whereas you essentially starting 2 armies, which obviously Games Workshop do because it is 2 different.
They do it
armies
quite a
on the
lot
box
though.
set,
To be fair, they do because you remember when Vashdor came out, it was that weird Dark Angels versus Vashdor
box. Was so bad. Well, that box set was not thought out at all.
It was a bit of a
How do we
weird
get rid of
one.
all of our old Terminators? I think they did think about it, Joe.
Yeah.
Before we released new ones.
Yeah,
they definitely did think about it.
Yeah, they thought about it in an evil, sadistic
Get
way.
rid of the weird obliterated Venom Crawler kit and the weird old Deathwing kit. Job done.
Job's a good one. Yeah, absolutely. We'll see. I'm interested.
Is there any like Age of Sigmar stuff you want to see?
I want to see Soulblight Gravelords.
Oh yeah,
because we haven't had a Death Army yet.
Well, there was that image in the kind of teaser trailer, which looks very Soulblight Gravelordy, and had a round base.
Yeah, I want them to get rid of the current cavalry, like the old world cavalry, which is like the Wraith cavalry and the white cavalry. Just replace that with one new cavalry unit. Get rid of old Graveguard, give us a new Graveguard box set, and then give us like an elite vampire unit, that's on foot.
Oh, you know what? They accidentally sent out that Death Guard model recently.
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, a new Death Guard character. The robots rebelled again, and accidentally sent out a new Death Guard character to someone because of the wrong box. So I wonder if there'll be a Death Guard reveal.
I reckon that.
I reckon.
Do you not see that?
When Death Guard get released, they'll get that new character.
I think it will just be that.
A Boggo Terminator Lord. Oh, like Chaos Space Marines. You get a Terminator character.
You'll get used to it
an
being
infantry
The thing
person.
is, like, Death Guards have so many characters already. I don't know if that's what they really
It won't be a
wanted.
named character, it'll just be generic.
Yeah, but like they have a shitload of characters. They kind of want more units, to be honest. Well, they are doing quite well for units.
In terms of units,
they're probably the one of the 4 that are doing the best.
Yeah, you don't really need to buy other Space Marine, Chaos Space Marine units when you run Death Guard, because you've got your basic infantry, you've got your cultist unit, you've got 2 Terminator units.
You've
3 vehicles, 4 vehicles.
They've got the artillery one, the Playburst Crawler, the little funny goober, that drives around,
and 2 versions
the
of the
floaty drones.
Yeah,
I think that's it.
That dude.
Yeah, that's the one.
Was that a leak or is that just a kit bash?
No. Like genuinely, the robot sent out the wrong kit.
Yeah, it's a really nice model.
It looks alright. Yeah.
People think it's either a new Lord or their own, or a Death Guard version of the Master of Executions.
That'd be cool. I would. Yeah, it'd be cool if they did faction unique Master of Executions.
I think he'd make a really good generic Chaos Space Marine Master of Executions if you did a little bit of work on him.
Yeah, it could be.
He's very Death Guardy, Joe. He's very Death Guardy.
You just swap up the shoulder pads for.
He's quite chonky.
He's quite bloated, mate.
I want to add some kind of.
Joe just wants to be represented.
Yeah.
I want to add some like Death Guardy kind of plump Marines in my Black Legion.
Well, I mean, you
You
can.
could just add some Death Guard.
You literally add some Plague Marines.
I don't want to add Plague Marines.
Why not?
But narratively, that's how it works.
Not necessarily. My guys don't like Nurgle. Don't want Plague on our ship.
Why do you want chonky Marines then?
But I like the idea.
want
that,
overweight Marines.
I know, but I like the idea of having the kind of Mark 1 to 3 kind of armor,
right?
But in the 40k scale, not the heresy scale.
Oh yeah, I was about to say could go heresy.
Yeah, because if you use the heresy kits, they're actually quite slender. They're quite small.
Yeah.
So I need like a bigger, chunkier version to kind of fit in. But I'll clean it up with less nurgly bits on it.
Yeah.
We just want like nice, trim, sexy armor. Like all our ships, all sexy all the time.
Like the great clean one.
Yeah, I just want like inside
Why
of all my
like that?
all my Chaos Space Marine ships inside is like the shower scenes from Spartacus: Blood in the Sands. Where they're all just like
all the
shaving
naked
each
men.
other.
Yeah.
Shaving each other, covered in oil.
Why do you want your hobby to be that way? But you live here like You are a 17-year-old student.
Did he?
Well, it's
Did you?
wish fulfillment, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, okay. We'll jump into chat right now, you wonderful human beings, because it's almost 2:15. Like I said, give us a shout if you've got ideas as to what you'd like to see or what you think it will be. We're also on 30 gifted memberships already. Big shout out to the 3 people that have got us there. We have our normal target. We didn't hit target last night, Joe, either. Joe offered to take over Monday night streams.
Did he?
Yeah.
What would you do?
Foot streams
Oh, yeah, okay.
feet.
Yeah.
all the time.
Your feet?
Anyone's feet. Just get guests in. These are my guest feet
Just
today.
like, you could just follow people around and video their feet.
He's getting new internet in, so I reckon we can set him up in 1440p. It won't handle 4K.
I'm
but-
waiting for basically when the BT OpenReach people come to install the full fibre.
Yeah.
They'd be like, you don't have access to it here. And then my Now TV, which ends, my normal broadband ends on the same day. So they'd be like, you can't have it. You now need to find a new internet provider. And I'm like, great. So I'm waiting
Good.
for. And I'd be like, good. But I'm supposed to get 400 to 500 meg.
Oh,
Down.
you might stop dying in Space Marine 2.
Down. Up, though, is the problem.
Yeah. Which is like 100 something, I think.
No, we said 50 or something like that. 52.
60. 50,
Yeah.
60. I'm not going to stream in 4K.
No, yeah. Which will be significantly better for your gaming, but you can stream in 4K at 60, but you don't have any headroom.
Got loads of space. Got quite high ceilings. It'll be fine. I don't know what the problem is. I'm not doing it in a cupboard. It'll be fine. I'm not doing anything elaborate. I'll be sat down.
Adam Johnson, thank you for the $4.99. Building up 10-man Krieg squads. If anyone's got any spare 10-man Krieg squads unbuilt they don't want, PO box.
I
in the
gave you
description
mine.
below. I know, I started them literally earlier when you were playing.
Why do you want more? You got like.
I want 800.
That's quite a lot.
800 Kriegers.
Why do you want more than 40? Basic infantry.
Because you can. What do you mean? What? Because you can take 120.
I imagine you could build them. I don't see them ever getting painted.
Luckily, I employ you. Thank you for the $4.99 anyway. Building up 10-man Krieg was trying to work out how many of what I can take is doing my head, and Google Foo is failing me. Help. What do you need to know, dude? I don't know what you need me to tell you.
Oh, basically, he wants to know what you can take in a unit.
What was the question?
Well, thankfully,
What stuff? What you
Maximum, you can take 120.
Oh, in Krieg.
Mr. Adam Johnson, what I have right here is
a
the
book.
new Guard Codex. Whee!
These microphones do make reading things like books harder.
It's fine. You'll
Now,
get
if only we
used to it
could
pretty
read.
quickly. So, Deathcore Krieg. See, it's quite easy once you get used to it. You can take 1 Watchmaster and 9 Troopers, or 2 Watchmasters and 18 Troopers. Now, because you've picked option 1 of 10-man units, you get 1 Watchmaster and 9 Troopers. For every 10 models in the unit, 2 Troopers can replace their las gun with one of the following: Flamer, Grenade Launcher, or Long Las, right? You cannot select more than 2 of these weapons per unit unless it contains 20 models. So if you've got 10-man unit, 1 can have a Flamer, 1 can have a Grenade Launcher, 1 can have a Long Las, but you can only have 2 of those in total. All right. You cannot select the same option more than once per unit unless it contains 20 models, in which case you can select the same option more than twice per unit. This is the same thing. Brilliant. Amazing.
It was the same as before.
Literally, asterisk 1 and asterisk 2. So asterisk 1 says, you cannot select the same option more than once per unit unless it contains 20 models, in which case you cannot select the same option more than twice per unit.
Yeah.
Asterisk 2 says, you cannot select more than 2 of these options per unit unless it contains 20 models, in which case you cannot select more than 4. Oh, it's more than 4, okay. So, but they've applied...
have 4...
But they've applied star 1 to the first part of the paragraph,
Yeah.
right? For every 10 models in the unit, 2 can replace with the following, which applies bullet point 1. But then they've given you the 3 weapons, which have all got 2 asterisks on it.
I'm confused.
So you actually don't... It doesn't tell you whether you can take 2 or 1 per 10.
It sounds like you could take 2...
You could
it
take-
sounds like 1 per 10,
It says you
2
could
per
take
20.
basically you could take 2 special weapons for every 10, but you can't duplicate them unless you're a unit of 20.
That sounds right.
But then the second bullet point says you can take 4 of them if you're in unit 20. It says you can't take... The second bullet point, which is on each weapon, says you cannot select more than 2 of these options per unit, more than 2, unless it contains 20 models, in which case you can select 4. But bullet point 1 says you cannot select the same weapon more than once per unit unless it contains 20.
they're saying the same thing differently, but I think they're trying.
I love GW writing.
It's not the same thing. It's saying different things.
It's different things, but the same thing.
It's not the same thing. You cannot select the same weapon option more than once per unit unless it contains 20, which would indicate you could have one flamer per 10 unless 20, then 2 flamers.
Yeah.
At which point you can select 2. Next bullet point, which is attached to the flamer, you cannot select more than 2 options per unit unless it contains 20, in which case you can take 4.
But I think
both asterisks are opposed to both things.
So you could take 4 special weapons, but you can't take 2. You can't take 4 flamers if there's 20. You can take 2 flamers if there's 20.
But why is the bit that says you can't take more than 2 of these weapons per unit directly after flamer?
I feel like you're like overcomplicating.
But I'm not, Joe. I'm not. The two asterisks, which is 2 per unit or 4 at 20, is next to flamer. The 1 asterisk saying 1 per unit or 2 at 20 is next to the whole you can replace your lasgun.
Yeah, it's 2 different rules. So the one asterisk is based on the caption that says for every 10, right? For every 10 in this unit,
I'll let him read through it.
Up to 2 Death Corps troopers can have each of their weapons replaced, right?
Which then asterisk.
And you cannot select the same option more than once per unless there's 20.
And then the next bit says you can take a flamer, which has got 2 asterisks. And what does that say for 2 asterisks?
You cannot select more than 2 of these options per unit unless it contains 20 models, in which case you cannot select more than 4 of these options
so you can take
unit.
4. Can you take 4 flamers per 20 or 2, Joe? And there's the realisation.
He's not wrong. I would assume it's only 2.
But why then?
Why have they written it in the most insane way possible?
Because you can't. Because I suppose they can't go. Because they put the asterisks in the wrong place.
It looks like they put the asterisks.
It needs
in the
to be
wrong place.
1 asterisk / 2 asterisks.
It does look like the asterisk is in the wrong place.
Yeah.
This is
What's
fun.
in the box?
What's
If there's
in the
one
box?
flamer in the box,
There's only 1.
There's 1 flamer in the box. That's
Surely-
probably what you can take.
I don't know though. Like,
Yeah, there's
it
one.
sounds like
There's 1
you
of
can
each
take
special weapon in the box.
2 special weapons, different special weapons for 10, and then
I'll be honest. I'd wait till the Codex comes out and the app
4
updates.
unit. Yeah,
I'd wait.
Yeah, it's quite difficult to help with that question.
When you read that and then you went, hang on a minute, and then that little realisation moment dropped.
Yeah.
That is an actual. Oh.
I just felt like you were.
But then-
Sometimes
it's also-
they just write things in the most insane way.
I was pointed out. It was pointed out to me last night that the Krieg heavy weapons team has got a 48-inch range las pistol.
What? Have they just
I
written
feel
it
like that's
wrong?
probably a typo.
It's definitely a typo, Joe. But I think this asterisk is a typo as well. I don't think that first asterisk needs to be there.
Someone says it's because of the bit below.
But it doesn't make sense.
I still don't understand.
It's done badly. You could remove the asterisk from the whole first paragraph and just leave the individual asterisks next to the individual weapon options to tell me how many I can take per 10 or 20.
Yeah, surely they could have just said you get 1 special weapon for 10 or 2 or whatever.
Well, the thing
and
is, though,
4 for 10.
you can have. Right, this really. Right, I don't like the Death Corps of Krieg unit entry in the
Out.
book.
Get out.
The unit entry in the
Out.
book, because it's designed solely on the existence of the kill team.
Correct, yeah.
Right. So when you buy a kill team, you build all the special people, and they design the rules so that you can then use the models that you bought. In
Yeah,
kill
which
teams
I
to
think
be
is
using.
fair if you're buying kill team models. I think
Right.
it's fair.
Yeah. But it flies in the face of the entire army build for Krieg.
Well, they're
Right.
just supposed to be all the same.
So in Krieg, to streamline supply routes and things, every infantryman has a lasgun. The sergeant has a lasgun. That's why the Death Riders all have lasguns, because you only then have to supply 1 magazine type to your entire army. And then historically, the special weapons are either grenade launchers or flamers, because you only have to handle promethium or grenades. Sometimes there are exceptions where some people, like in command squads, have a plasma gun, but that's like rare exceptions. And that's been like the whole army build-up of Krieg as a trench warfare army that is really, really expendable. And now every Krieg unit is essentially an elite unit of mercenaries. Because in a unit of 10, you can have a flamer, a long las, a plasma gun, and a melter gun. And then obviously you've got a medic, and then you've got a sergeant who's got a plasma pistol power weapon.
Yeah, it's less of like a battle line infantry unit now, isn't it? It's more
And
like a bunch of cool guns.
Now they're a slightly expendable elite infantry unit. I don't like it.
Out. To be fair, I'm not building any plasma or melter because I'm trying to do a World War themed army.
Yeah.
So like flamers are fine.
Yeah. So
Grenade launchers fine.
if you're
Melter, nope.
if
Which
you're,
is good. I'm finding it really hard to justify how I'm going to build the Rogue Dawn because it has melter sponsons. And why would you leave them off?
sponsons?
internal sponsors.
Why would you? But melter as a weapon option is the one you want to put on a Rogue Dawn.
Yeah.
How do you justify that in a World War themed? You don't, do you? Really? That's the problem.
Well, the thing is, it depends. Well, you're talking about World War One specifically,
Just World War.
because World War Two didn't have sponsons on tanks.
No, but World War in general.
Yeah.
How would you justify a melter weapon? Or is there a way you could map it?
Thermite. Thermite charges, but they didn't come in till early World War Two.
Yeah.
But those were thrown grenades. They weren't actual guns.
Well, lasgun's fine. Yeah, you just treat lasguns like a normal rifle. You don't say
Yeah.
they shoot lasers, obviously, escapade.
Yeah.
Jesus,
You
think
still
about
have to
it.
make allowances.
It is still 40k.
Yeah.
But then you got to think, like, in the lore of 40k, like, so many armies still use bolt action rifles. Like the Laslock is a bolt action laser rifle. For Christ's sake.
I'm very excited for everybody to build their Kriegers with all their plasma guns, melter guns for at some point later this year at Games Workshop to bring granular points back.
Yes.
Well, things are all my
That'll
god.
fuck with the kill teams a bit, won't it?
Yeah.
Well, the only benefit to the layout, it now means that I can have a plasma gun and a Vox in the same unit as my guard, because for some reason the index version doesn't allow you to have a Vox and a plasma gun in the same unit. Weird choice, but every single one of my squads is sergeant, plasma gun, Vox.
Yeah.
Done.
Cool. Anyway, we haven't really helped you there.
No.
And people have tried to give us answers in the chat, but unless you've got the book in front of you and you read this mess, it's not how you think it works. It's a
It
mess.
seems like they've written it wrong.
They've put an asterisk in a place where they don't need one.
Yeah.
Is what I think's happened. Because may I?
You may.
Thank you, darling. If you go into the weapon options underneath, they give you options which are Flamer, Grenade Launcher, Long Last, One Last Gun, and Voxcaster, which has got 3 stars, 1 Metal Gun, 1 Plasma Gun. I don't understand why they need the 1 asterisks for every 10 models and the 2 asterisks for everything else. It's because it's the way they've grouped it.
Yeah.
They've written it weirdly. Very, very weirdly. I don't understand. You've got 2 qualifiers that don't make sense.
I think it's based on the building of the kill team.
It would indicate
definitely,
that in a 10-man unit, you can have a Flamer, Grenade Launcher, Melter Gun, Plasma Gun.
Yeah.
But in a 20-man
think,
unit, you can have 4 Flamer. I don't understand.
I'd
I don't
imagine
understand.
that the way they've done it is to try and make it so if you have 1 kill team, it builds like that, and if you have 2 kill teams, it builds like that.
What they've done is they've written it dog shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a terrible writing.
Terrible writing.
One of the guys says the melters are just heavy flamers then.
Very, very heavy flamers.
Very heavy flamers. Well, it makes sense, right? Like, did you know that like the flamer in World War
Did you
One
know?
and World War Two only lasted about 30 seconds?
Yeah?
You had, yeah.
Longer
Before it
than
ran
I
out of
lost.
fuel.
Before it ran out of fuel.
Yeah.
So you had to carry this really fucking heavy thing of fuel.
And
To most
And
men,
you're like, gone.
to most men, 30 seconds is a really long time.
Yeah,
Fucking
that's average
years.
actually.
It's a
Yeah.
really long
That's an
time.
average
Is that
amount
what
of time. Yeah.
So it's clear as mud. It's not fucking very clear at all. Honestly, my biggest piece of advice for that, if you're getting into special weapons and you want to maximise what you can take, honestly, is wait till the app update in a week and a
Yeah.
half's time,
Yeah.
because the app will let you do what you can and can't do.
Or just build
What
you
I would say is, I think a safety net is if you're looking at the box and going, I would need to order extra flamer bits. It probably means that you can't do that.
Yeah.
So if you're looking at it thinking, I think I can take 4 flamers in a squad of 20, which I don't think you can. Probably not. But if you've got one option for a flamer in a box of 10, you probably can only take 2 flamers in 20. That's probably what's supposed to happen.
As a Chaos Space Marine player, it's a weird one because Chaos Space Marines can take las cannons in you can take a las cannon in a unit of Legionnaires, but it doesn't come in the box.
Oh,
No, I
yeah,
know,
Legionnaires
I know.
is so
Yeah,
weird now.
and it's like,
Because that kills him again.
and then Space Marine captains can take Thunderhammer, Storm Shield. Don't sell a model for it.
No. And then like you get the Havoc as well, where like they give you like 2 options for each gun, but the whole squad could take, all of them.
But as a safety, I think if you assume if you've got 1 flamer in a box of 10, you could take 1 flamer in 10. As a safety,
it's pretty likely that you'll get like 2 special weapons that are different in 10, and then 4 that are different in 20.
Yeah,
probably.
I think so.
The Catachan one's even better. You can take 1 flamer for every 5 models. Becomes a squad of 10.
Yeah.
It's just like, why don't you just take
What's the problem?
up to 2 flamers in a unit of 10? You know? Or up to 4 flamers in a unit of 20.
Yeah, okay, I get you. Yeah,
I get. Yeah, what's the point?
Again, it's their moronic wording. Their rules are fine to a point nowadays, but their moronic wording continues to come back to bite them in the arse. And considering we're trying to do this in our default language, it's not even been translated. It's not like it's been written by a company in China and then translated to English.
Yeah.
So it's literally written by an English person in English in an English company, and they've still managed to completely fuck it up.
It's a lack of consistency, but this is a theme.
It's a lack of fucking brain cells.
It's a theme that we've had since like the start of 9th edition. Right?
Well, it's like when we tried to read the Tau rules with Paddy of like, can this guy?
It can observe this, but it can't observe that. But it can do it. Yeah,
that was a headache.
Because what happens is there is a designer writes it, and then they take it to someone else in the design team who might have the same kind of thought process, and they're like, yes, I understand that. Or they take it to someone else, and then they read it, and they go, oh, I'm not quite sure. And then the rules designer explains it to them, and they're like, oh, cool, I get it now. But the problem is that rules designer who wrote the rule can't go to every single person on the planet and be like, this is how it's supposed to be read.
Maybe they should release a digital guide to every codex.
It's me, Seppi says they're very consistently shit. One thing I will say is I've got this little niggling feeling in the back of my brain, and a lot of people are telling me that I'm wrong.
Be a tumour.
It might be, or a wife. A lot of people are telling me that I'm wrong, but I've got this little niggly feeling at the back of my brain that says we're going back to granular points. And there was the rules writer came out and said a unit with 3 or 4 melter guns compared to a unit with 4 heavy bolters shouldn't be costed the same.
Yeah.
Now, whether that means that they're going to go granular points for certain things but not for everything, I don't know. But I think we'll go back to full granular points. I'll hold my hands up, and a lot of people that have come back to the game or are new to the game have said they don't want this. I know, granted. I'll hold my hands up and say I want granular points. I miss granular points.
I think we'll get granular points on weapons, not unit sizes.
I'd rather have unit sizes than weapons, personally.
I think weapons over unit sizes because melter guns aren't the same as a bolt pistol.
Yeah.
So I think it makes sense to do weapons. Yeah. Because at the moment, what we're looking at, this Krieg issue is part of the problem, right? I would guarantee this question is less of a question if weapons were granular. Because people go, I don't want to fucking put melter guns and plasma guns on Krieg and make it an expensive unit. What's the point? I don't want
that's true.
You know, so it doesn't become a problem anymore. So,
but it also means that a lot of units are potentially going to become a lot cheaper as well. Not a lot cheaper, like 5 points, 10 points.
A lot of guard units will become cheaper because they won't all have plasma guns, melter guns.
Yeah, so exactly. That's the other thing. The balancing at the moment on units is balanced based on their significantly most optimized loadout.
A lot of units would just go down in points.
Well, and it's like I recently had to paint 6 plasma guns for my Catachan because I only had hotshot volley guns in my unit. So I had 2 hotshot volley guns and then 8 guys with guns, which is the less optimal version of running. So I had to paint the plasma guns to kind of bring them up a bit, but I'm still missing 3 guys with sniper rifles on top of that.
I'm going to hold my hands up. I'm building my Krieg in the less optimal way.
Yeah,
but I don't fucking care. I'm still contemplating in my head. The correct World War version of a Rogue Dawn.
Yeah.
Excuse me. It's the big single turret with the coaxial mounted autocannon, the oppressor cannon in the front, and then no sponsons. And where the little melter guns sit, my optimized version, my World War version is heavy stubbers.
Yeah.
But granular points would mean actually that's not a bad call.
Yeah.
Could be.
I would prefer my efficiency over streamlining rolling dice for the unit over efficiency of damage output from multiple weapons, because I would rather have a guard squad that has 9 guys firing las guns and a guy with a plasma gun, or a guy with a melter gun. You roll or a hit or I miss, you know. Whereas having to go, okay, I've got 6. I've got 5 plasma guns or 5 las guns, and then a las pistol, a plasma gun, a grenade launcher, a flamer, a melter gun.
100% exactly.
Yeah,
right. And then there's going to be guard players, right?
Right.
You know you exist. I was like, I've got 6 of those units. Right. My
Right.
turn takes an hour and 30 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, to
Honestly,
fire
yeah.
every single gun, and they're gonna fire and they're the kind of people that do fire every single gun, even if it means literally nothing. So
I've
I'm
had
gonna
so
fire
many games
4
against
lasguns
God
and
where
a
they're
bane
like
blade.
firing a tank and they've like shot 5 guns at me. I'm like, oh, is it done? I was like, now I'm going to use the main gun.
Yeah.
It's like,
Start with that.
do that and then do the shit little bolter.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I've done no wounds to your land raider. Now I'm going to shoot the heavy stubber. I'm like,
Yeah.
why are you wasting?
Why
your
are we
time?
here?
Ash says they can take heavy bolter sponsors, which are pretty well with one thematic. Yeah, but I feel like a Rogue of Dawn looks significantly more World War II, and World War II tanks didn't have sponsons.
Yeah.
Because, oh, look at this big weak point we're putting on the side of our tank.
To be honest, the main thing I want out of granularity for points is the fact that then when my list is 2,005 points,
Yes, Tom!
I can just go, boop, gone.
Get rid of that bolt pistol, that
And
plasma
like,
pistol.
now my list I really like is usable.
I think ideally Games Workshop wants granular points back as well. From
I think
a
it's easier.
from a financial standpoint.
100%.
right? Because we.
Oh, because then everyone else can buy the kit.
Blood Angels has just been released, right? Def Company have a guy with a power fist, and then a guy with a power fist and a melter pistol, and then the eviscerator, and then you got a bunch of guys with chain swords, and then they go, well, you could make your unit cheaper by getting rid of the eviscerator.
Yeah.
But we have to buy another box for that.
You have to buy another box for that.
Yeah.
Right, and then you're like, oh, you've built 6 Sangria Guard, and you've got 2 melters in there. But they're 5 points each. You need to drop 10 points. Probably don't need those melter pistols. Oh, I got to buy a new box of Sangard now.
As a man who owns 60 berserkers, I'm prepared for this.
Yeah.
I'm going to build my Krieg less optimal, majority last guns, if not flamers. That's where it finishes because that's fucking cool. I'm probably still going to go heavy stubbers on the front of my Rogue Dawns, no sponsons, because that's how World War II tanks look.
Yeah.
All my artillery are big guns because that's what artillery should be.
Yeah.
And then we'll leave it there. And we'll see what happens.
And then we'll give you a special
And then
badge.
hopefully Granular Points comes out and goes, well done, Liam.
Yeah.
You've got more blokes than everybody else because you kept it cheaper.
Success.
Don't tell me you're going to the toilet again. Are you fucking kidding me?
I got a bit of dodgy stomach today.
Have you?
Yeah. I do.
What have you eaten?
I like to declare that I'm leaving though now.
Oh, Joe's come around to him, I think.
Before I had to like sit there and be like, oh, put that down, unplug myself. But now you know I'm just leaving.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
You'll get used to them now, aren't you? So I noticed the pair of you at the start kept banging them with your hands. Yeah, you get used to them being there.
I kind of forget about it now.
They do sound nicer as well.
I think we should get Joe a bell so when he needs to go to the toilet, just put it in.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Mr. Limey Panel for 5. Give the knights a shitty Imperial peasant.
Yes.
Call it a unit of Bretonians.
Yeah, fair. They basically are 40k Bretonians.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think but that's a cool thing to do for them.
Yeah.
I think if you
I think
add,
that's just an easy slam dunk.
yeah, I think so, 100%. I think you could do almost like a battle line unit of infantry, and then you could do like an elite unit of like maintenance dudes.
Oh yeah,
or
they
whatever,
could
like
give them
spanners
some,
and shit.
Yeah, they should have engineers or something in knights.
That'd be cool as shit, wouldn't it? I'd be well into that.
I think that'd be good because I feel like I feel like Imperial Knights are doing fine in terms of actual knights. Like they have all the big ones. They have the Forge World ones now with
but
plastic.
Let people build the narrative. Like, what I almost yesterday, I haven't yet because they're not cheap. Yesterday, I almost ordered 2 Aegis defense lines.
Oh yeah,
the fortification piece, because I read their rules in the book. They're not great, but they're not terrible. No. If you put your unit in there, they get the benefit of cover if it's infantry. If it's an infantry with the benefit of cover, they get an invulnerable save, which I think is 4+.
That's pretty good.
Which is mad good for guard if you think about it, because everything in the game ignores flak armor, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
So the Aegis defense line is in the points. Where is it? Aegis defense line. 145 points for an Aegis defense line, right? So it's 300 points for 2 sections.
Yeah,
which is quite a lot of defense line.
Do you just like put them in your deployment when they are in the game?
You deploy them in your deployment zone because of fortification, right? Every time after the time, infantry models can be set up on or end any type of move on top of the platform section in this fortification. Each time a range attack is allocated to a model that if this model is not fully visible to every model in the attacking unit because of this fortification, the model has the benefit of cover against that attack, while an infantry model has the benefit of cover against that attack, whilst as a result of being its terrain feature, it has a 4+ invulnerable save.
That's cool.
I think that's really fucking good.
It is quite expensive.
145 points.
Yeah.
When it's set up, it consists of 1 platform section up to 5 shield sections, 2 broken shield sections, and 2 end sections. All
a
sections
gun?
must be connected. No, it's just a wall.
Okay, yeah.
So-
It's it's pretty cool, but it's quite expensive for a wall.
But I like the. So I also read there's a 2 CP stratagem in the artillery detachment called Over the Top, right?
Oh, yeah,
And
I
if you've
saw
got an
that.
officer in range of infantry that can give out an order, you can spend that 2 CP and he gives move to everyone for Over the Top. So I love the concept.
It is really cool.
Is this good? No.
No.
Right? Am I killing other people's vehicles? No. But could I have 2 Aegis defence lines that look like trenches with all my Kriegers in, and I can go over the top, and they
Yeah.
all run out at once? That's fucking cool.
And
If
they'd
you-
all die. Thematic.
If you do an event, right, you have to like go do a cough, like, take out your officer's hat, and
Yes!
then blow a whistle.
Yes! I can borrow the uniform from Brom.
Yeah. Yeah. Part of the old lightning brigade.
It's just part of my law. You can't stop me.
Yeah.
Why are you wearing a red armband?
Also, Clyde, I don't have diabetes. I have been checked.
He has been checked. We got him
Basically,
checked.
I think what the problem
Did you get
is
checked for all the
I've
diseases this year?
had 4 cups of coffee since I've been here this morning.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
a cup of coffee at home and a cup of coffee on the way here. I think my body is done with caffeine. For today.
Coffee is a bladder and bowel irritant.
Yeah. And I have
And
irritable
you're-
bowel.
you're-
And since he
quite
came off
irritable
Monster,
already.
he has like 1 coffee a day maximum. So if
Yeah.
you've had like 5 cups of coffee today,
Yeah.
it's probably why.
I think I'd had enough tea to last me a while, and I was like, coffee day today. No more coffee.
Thank you, the Tattoo Zoologist, for the 2. Joe Fan Club in Cambridge is now up to 7 members.
7?
My God.
7, yeah.
Heroes, one and all.
I don't know. 1 Glamrick, thank you for the 5. Characters should buff their associated detachment. Tor Garadon improves the Anvil Siege. Incentivize taking those characters. I like that.
Well,
I
he
do actually
gives-
like that. That'd be cool.
He gives some.
Because that'd be like the Fabulous Build attachment where he gives you a cool thing.
It gives you a benefit if you take him. So you
Yeah.
want to take him. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, I think because what does he give?
What, Torgara?
Oh, he doesn't give them anything. It's
gives-
Lysander that makes Terminators.
Yeah,
OC plus
Lysander, all of them give something plus 1 OC,
Yeah.
which I think was a mistake. They should have just been like, this is now a battle line.
Yeah, because like I feel like Shrike should have made Assault Intercessors battle line.
Yeah, it should have just, or just
jump
Phobos
back.
or something.
They did go into the characters in the last Battle of Status Slate and go, actually, every single one of them increases the OC of something.
yeah, they have
Which
done that.
which definitely makes them more of a choice now, because you do almost make that unit battle line by giving them better OC.
Yeah.
What you don't do is allow you to take more of those units, which
Yeah.
is a shame. I think
yeah,
it would have been better to go they're now battle line.
yeah, because
They could have done both, honestly.
Because
Because like, there is virtually no incentive to run the units they're talking about, even with the cool characters.
you're not using Assault Intercessors with jump packs as objective holders.
No, they
or
just
takers.
Most of the
they're just your
time, they
combat
drop
unit.
in, do an action,
Yeah.
charge something, do some more wounds.
Yeah, and they're way too many points now. I think to act.
I don't know
for
about
what you get
that,
from them.
'cause they're like 90, aren't they?
They're 90 points.
I
with
think
a
they're
fit.
90.
Yeah, but the
But they're
problem
still
is
pretty
they
good for a 12-inch
90 points in
fly.
Blood Angels. They are justified. I think now in other armies they die too quickly. They're 90 points for an action.
I think
unit.
I would
It's
actually
too
take
much.
Reavers over them now.
Yeah, Reavers in curses.
Yeah, Dan gets it. Dan gets it. Wee Man, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships.
Thank you, man. I'm not doing one of these for a while.
No. Got a couple to do. We're on 42 right now, Joe. Hopefully, in the next 18 minutes, we'll get up to 100.
Yeah.
I hope
Easy.
that next time you eat a Magnum and you bite into it, you only remove the chocolate that you've kind of bitten off. I hate it when you bite into it and like the bottom bit snaps off and just like falls on the floor.
Yeah, or you get
So
little
annoying.
chocolate bits. The worst is when you get little chocolate bits that fall in your lap and you don't know.
Yeah.
And they melt. You've got little brown shit stains on the front
Yeah.
on your trousers.
Yeah, on your sofa.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's worse, yeah. Yeah, there you go. Good strong wish there. John McCardle, Mr. the Warhammer Jesus, he came in and dropped 20 gifted memberships.
Whoa.
20, Joe. 20.
I hope
20,
that
Joe.
next time you have to run anywhere for like a long distance, like to catch something.
Stop, he doesn't run.
No, you don't look out of breath and red and puffy. You look like fit and healthy. Like don't break into any sweat. You know, just
I feel like if Johnny didn't run anywhere, he'd just send someone else. Go and get that thing for me.
Yeah.
if he had to, or if he had to go catch the person that he'd sent off.
Why would you have to catch them?
Maybe he gave them not enough information.
Weepad says that's what happens with feasts. Yeah, it does, yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking feasts.
Never
you,
liked
John,
to
anyway.
feast. They're like the shit version of a Magnum, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chat, we've got 263 people in chat right now. We're on 111 likes. That's free. Just clicking that button's free. Click the like button, click the little $sign, gift 1 membership, go. That would put us on over 300 members for the stream, and then tonight can just be fun. All right, there we go. Just do that for us. Speaking of which, Cornet Ed, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships.
Thank you,
Sweet.
Cornet Ed. I hope that your fridge doesn't develop a problem where everything that's near the back of it gets frozen. That's well annoying.
It's just too efficient then, isn't
so
it?
My partner, we store bread in the fridge. I don't get it.
Bread in the fridge.
Yeah, bread in the fridge.
I think less of you now.
Which means that the bit that's near the back of the fridge gets soggy.
You've got to get your fucking house in order.
Why
Why'd you let
put
do it?
bread
I
in
need
the
to
fridge?
get a bread box, bread bin at some point. I think that's why. Because she's like, no, it looks messy. So in the fridge.
What looks messy?
She also keeps ketchup in the fridge as well.
You buy bread bins for like £3.
Yeah, I'm going to fancy one.
A fancy bread.
Why?
I'm slowly.
What bread bin are you saving up for, Joe?
We're smart bread bin.
We're very slowly replacing.
You want
the
one that
cups
you can watch
in our
Pornhub
house.
on?
Yeah.
The cups in the house to the Emma Bridgewater ones.
Who?
Emma Bridgewater. She does
Never
real
heard of it.
fancy cups.
I don't know.
They're anywhere between like 10 and 20 quid, but I get them from. But we were getting them from fucking.
Wait, 20 quid for a mug?
Yeah, they're very nice.
When Joe's next on stream whinging about how poor he is, chat.
We've bought 3 in the last 6 months, and all 3 of them.
£60 on mugs.
Yeah, but no, I've actually only spent £15 on 3 mugs because
you could just steal Liam's for free.
We got them from what's it called? The place at Street, Clark's Village.
I think mine were like 4 black ones for £3.
Yeah.
but we still paid like 6 quid for the Tank Museum mugs.
Yeah, I did, yeah. Yeah.
It's not 20 quid.
Yeah. I got an Eldar mug at home now.
Have you? Yeah. I got a Death Guard one at home.
Death Guard?
I know, I might have given that to someone.
To someone.
Yeah.
Snezzy, thank you for the $5 for generic Space Marines. What if they let character sharing? It sucks. Ultras get all character choices, i.e., Calgar only option for extra CP, and others have 1 or 2.
I both agree and disagree with this.
I think they should have more access to similar rules, but I don't think you should have access to all the characters.
No, I think if you do Ultramarines characters, you just have Ultramarines. I think that's fair.
So I think there needs to be an acceptance for converting characters from other legions to use in your chapter, right? Because let's take Uriel Ventress, right? He's just a basic Space Marine captain that gives a unit deep strike, and he has the aura of deceit. He has he has 2 incredibly good rules.
He has 2 of the best rules in the game.
Yeah, right. But there are literally millions of Space Marines, right?
Yeah.
Which means there's hundreds and thousands of Space Marine captains.
Isn't there 1 million Space Marines?
Well, it's probably more.
1,000 chapters.
It's probably more because he's making them all the time.
Oh, it could be.
Anyway,
No one knows how many Black Templars there are.
Anyway.
That is true.
Anyway,
that is
right?
Space Wolves.
There's 100,000 Space Marine captains, right?
Right.
They're not. Like,
Right.
Are we saying that Uriel Ventress is the only one
Yes.
that's smart enough to
He's
be
the
able
only
to
cool
deep
one.
strike 1 unit of Space
Because
Marines?
Ultramarines are built different.
Yeah. They're all.
I don't
there's going to be
think-
people the same. It's like when the Pask existed for Cadians, right? He is not the only good tank commander in all of the Imperial Guard, So.
But I
can't-
think... But yeah, I get what you're saying. Like,
Yeah.
if you could kit bash, like, Calgar to be
Yeah.
Imperial Fist or something,
Yeah,
which would be cool.
I'm sure
but, I feel
there's-
like they'd probably rather have their own characters be cool as well.
Well, the thing is, though, we've only got one. So as a Raven Guard player, I have one cool character
Kevin.
that on paper looks okay.
He's
On
alright.
the table. He never fails to be.
I thought he's
dog shit.
alright.
He does okay, but he's just like a slightly better Space Marine captain.
Yeah.
But it's like, surely there's other Raven Guard characters out there that do cool stuff. Like the Heresy's full of really cool Raven Guard that can basically turn invisible and just
I've got
assassinate people.
A different idea.
What's that?
You create a named character.
Yeah.
You give him 0 chapter.
Yeah.
It stops it from being able to be spammed 3 times, but anyone can take that particular character. So we can talk about Ventress, some random extra Ultramarine character that exists for no reason. Like Calgar, no. is chapter master of the Ultramarines. So Ultramarines should be the only ones to take him.
Yeah.
But Ventress, if you're just creating a cool captain or a cool lieutenant who could do something different to other captains and lieutenants, but you don't want him to be spammed, make it an epic hero, but just say that when you select this model for your chapter, it gains your relevant chapter keyword.
Like Catan.
Kind of,
Catan can be taken in any dynasty.
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah. But apparently every dynasty has access to the exact same shards of Catan.
Well, yeah, there's quite a few shards.
Yeah. So like that.
That's what I would. That's what I think I would do. To be honest with you.
It's like Gazgold can be in every orc army.
But so Phoenix Lords.
Gaz does lead every aspect of orcs though.
Yeah.
That's his whole thing. He unites them all to fight together.
Yeah, but he's not on every battlefield in the universe. Kind of different.
Well, no, but like
it was like when they made Abaddon available to every Space Marine person. It's like Abaddon is not everywhere all the time, but there are probably equally good warlords.
Yeah, but like you can't just be like only one person can run Abaddon at one time because that's where he is.
What I'm saying is like, but then you need to have access to characters of a similar, not the same power level, of a similar power level.
I do agree with that. And obviously, at the moment, it's basically Ultramarines are like here, and all the other generic chapters are like there.
Yeah,
but this is where something like Granular points. This might get too complicated for people. I'm going to hold my hands up and say that now. This is where something like Granular points could actually help that as well, because you could take generic Space Marine captain, right? Epic hero maybe. Or what you do is you have a generic Space Marine captain, and then you have a list of things. Yeah. Each one of those things can only be taken once per army, right? And they're upgrades for your captain, and they're pointed. So let's say a generic captain's 70 points or 80 points, whatever they are now, right? And it might be that you can give him Lord of the Seat for plus 20 points. Yeah. Right, but if you take Lord of the Seat, only one of your captains can take Lord of the Seat for plus 20 points. It's essentially like an enhancement.
Yeah.
So the mechanic already exists, and they could do that, and then they could go. We know Lord of the Seat is such an incredible rule that every single person that runs Ultramarines is probably going to take Euro Ventress. Yeah. So we give it as an enhancement. You could put it on a single character. That's what they should. I think character building is a cool thing we could do in something like Space Marines that we just don't do.
Or there should be more character building.
Yeah. But if you look at Eldar, right, which is odd because Eldar aren't the big giant Space Marines who are super cool, take on everybody, crush 100 skulls with his bare hands. But you take an Autarch and you can go, here's my Autarch, and I want to give it a warp jump generator. So now suddenly he's got the warp spider rule. Actually, no, I don't want to do that. I want to give him a Banshee mask because now I've got fights first. Like you can literally give him upgrades.
Yeah, that's cool.
You can literally give him things that make him do. So you can have 3 Autarchs. One can have fights first. One does mortals to infantry after he's charged. One's got a warp jump generator. Yeah. You can't do that with Space Marine captains. The fuck?
Yeah, the Space Marine enhancements are a little bit boring.
That's not even enhancements. That's war gear, Tom.
Yeah, war gear, right.
So you can give that war gear and
that's not enough. That's literally just the thing.
That's just war gear.
Oh shit! Okay, I didn't even know that.
You could have a Autarch with a Banshee mask, swooping hawk wings, a spear, a fusion gun.
That's what mine is,
right? Anti-generates you a CP every turn.
Well,
but
we can't all be Eldar, can we?
And he's got low nop, and he can deep strike, and you haven't bought him enhancement yet.
This just sounds like bad rules.
But this is, I mean, Downs said it in chat, right? We had it before this edition. Warlord traits. You couldn't duplicate Warlord traits in an army. Yeah. Relics. You couldn't duplicate relics in an army. People made cool individual Space Marine characters that could do cool shit. Yeah. And now we don't have that anymore.
Yeah, I do. I think I do prefer Warlord traits and relics to.
And the majority of enhancements, now are not all, but the majority of them now are simply taken because you've got points left over. And you fill a gap.
There's like maybe one in every army that you actually build into.
My Tournament Blood Angels army, exactly 2,000 points, 0 enhancements.
Well, you have taken every epic character.
Not everyone. I've only got 2.
4. You got Astrath.
Speaking of Dan.
And Sanguinor. Yeah.
Sanguinor.
Thank you, Dan, for the 5. Tom, I'm not bound by NDA, second name, talking about Death Guard and not getting the hint. There was no hint. We've got no information about Death Guard.
We literally know.
Talking about Death Guard.
I don't know anything. I just know that someone put a leak on Reddit.
We know exactly as much as you do, all right?
About Death Guard?
About Death Guard.
About other things we know fucking loads.
Yeah.
Ha!
Yeah.
I'll tell you loads if you get to 100 members. Spoilers, I won't. Granular Death, thank you for the $2. I would love to see Death Guard heavy infantry, like Gravis type Marines, but Death Guard. But then you'd have to slow them down, and they're already slow.
Death Round Terminators?
Yeah, you already got Bright Lords and Death Round.
They have a lot of heavy infantry.
Games Workshop's not afraid to add new narrative at the end of the day for these armies, because we got all these cool kind of demon engines and stuff. Because we had the established narrative of Terminators and choose Terminators and the thing, and they went, here's some cool stuff. There's no reason they can't. I just don't want versions of Space Marines that we already have. Something on par, but something that's kind of cool. Because they're like the siege army. You know?
Death Guard.
Death Guard. So
yeah, them and Iron Warriors are both very siegey, aren't they?
I want
reach around.
a Death Guard or Chaos Space Marine in general, but Death Guard would be good for it. Like a new Land Raider or Mastodon variant.
Do you want a Land Raider, Redeemer, and Chaos?
Well, Death Guard are the
Yes,
perfect
it is.
ones for it.
Are they?
It's a Land Raider, and the Death Guard are the Flamer guys, aren't they?
I don't know. I think
The
Worldy is the
Spewby
Flamer
ones.
guys.
Well, they're kill main burn, aren't they?
Yeah, they would be if we put a single Flamer in the army.
Whereas
You can take a Helldrake.
yeah.
No.
Helldrake. Yeah. So
We don't do that
You choose not to. Whereas like Nurgle's like kill, maim, spube. You know.
Tom, in 2 weeks' time, with triple Helldrakes on the channel.
If Joe builds and paints them.
Well, I mean, guess what? They're anti-fly 2+, and he's got all fly.
Oh yeah, it's the anti-Blood Angels army.
Yeah. I think they're Dev as well, aren't they?
They're anti-fly 2+ devastating always, I think, but I'm not
I
sure.
don't know if they got Dev. I'm not sure, honestly.
Yeah.
I haven't looked at the
They'll
profile in
fucking
quite some
melt, they'll
time.
melt Blood Angels.
Yeah. Eldar won't like them. You know, Tau don't like them because all the battle suits have got fly.
I don't like them because they're bad.
I mean, yes. Despite that they're being cool fucking dragon
Oh, they're
beasts.
fucking cool as shit. But there's a reason it's one of the only World Eaters models I don't own.
Yeah. Yet. Dan, thank you for the 2. Why does Krieg unit sound like a tactical squad? Have I jumped in? No, I have. I've missed 5 gifted membership.
Because
there.
Kill Team exists.
Yeah, true. It is.
But he's right. Like, tactical squads are no longer tactical. Well, they are still tactical squads, but no one takes them. They take intercessor squads. They've removed all of the different weapon options from your standard Space Marine troop choice.
That's
that is
kind
now
of
essentially
weird,
intercessors.
isn't it? Like-
And then Krieg, which should just be more like intercessors, all got the same weapon, have gone the other way.
Well, if you look at the
Intercessors have become generic gun, and Krieg have become specialised.
It's weird,
unit
isn't it?
of Weird random
they,
weapons.
They haven't done the same thing with scouts. You can't take in a 5-man
You can
unit.
take some weird. Options.
You could take a heavy bolter or a sniper rifle or a
Yeah.
missile launcher, but you can't take one of each.
It says the Helldrake. I'm going to look.
The
now.
Helldrake does have
To
Dev.
the
I'm
app.
pretty sure it has Dev.
I'm going to look right now at World Eaters. World Eaters. Index World Eaters.
I think the
data
Helldrake
sheets.
in World Eaters is better than normal CSM one because you can give it a feel no pain +2 move.
Range weapons,
and
Tom.
sustained
The
hit.
range weapon, Tom, is a 12-inch D6 +3 auto hit in strength 6 -1 2 damage flamer. If you
no
give it the
devil
flamer,
wounds.
and then the Helldrake claws hit on 3s with 5
Oh,
attacks.
that one is Devil.
Strength 7 -1 2 damage. Anti-fly 2+ dev wounds. Bye, Sangard.
Yeah. That would be a very funny matchup, wouldn't
Yeah.
it?
Versus things like Custodes as well because bikes have fly.
For each
yeah.
each time it ends a normal move, you can select enemy that it moved over during that move roll. Roll 2d6 for each 4+. It suffers D3 mortal wounds.
Yeah.
It's when I turn up to a beachhead and I come up against someone with triple Helldrake. And I'm
Oh,
like,
can you imagine?
But Liam said it was good. Okay. Yeah, I feel like it's weird. I feel like it's weird that Krieg sound like tax squads and then intercessors sound like what Krieg squad should be.
yeah, and
Wrong way around.
and narratively they're the wrong way around as well.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Not mine. Mine will be narratively correct.
Mine will be pure.
Dang, Skippy! Thank you for the 5 gifted memberships.
Thank you, Dan Skippy. I hope
That's all.
I hope that next time you go to your favourite online purchaser of models, e.g. Element, exclamation mark Element, that they have all the paint you need in stock,
Yeah.
ready for next day delivery. I mean,
Yeah.
but I went to go and buy some paint. I say I sent Liam to go and do it. I was like, here's my list of paints,
sent
and then out of the 10, one of them is either out of stock or awaiting delivery, and I'm like, no.
Hydras are good, Ash. They have anti-fly as well.
Hydras are genuinely good.
Hydras are genuinely good.
Because they are cheap as fuck.
100%. Yeah, absolutely.
I love a Hydra. I need to get a Hydra because they're cool narrative things.
They're just cool, aren't they?
Yeah.
Connor M, thank you for the $5. Don't forget the Krieg Sergeant lost his bolt gun as well. Yeah.
Which is weird.
Chainsword or power weapon now, and then one of 3 types of pistols.
We just
Yeah.
can't have a bolt gun.
Can't take a las gun.
I was going to give him a bolt pistol, which I've snipped off next door, but I can't be bothered to drill it. and I'm still worried about granular points. So I'm sat there going, a bolt pistol strength 4, like they're both the same, apart from bolt pistol strength 4 and a las pistol strength 3.
Yeah.
So I've got two options: go for the bolt pistol, drill it, and take the hit if there's a points increase for like 2 points, or just fit the las gun. What I am the las pistol. What I am thinking is, if the las pistol, if I do get within 12 inches, I could just roll it with all the las guns. It's the same then. Strength 3, 1 damage. Jobs.
I would do that.
It really bugs me that sergeants can't take las guns.
Why?
Because narratively they should in Krieg.
They should in Krieg, but also again it fits into the like I just want to roll 10 guys all with las guns, 20 shots.
But
boom,
GW
done.
would never let something like narrative get in the way of selling something.
Yeah,
No.
but even then they're still selling the models. I just
No,
want
I
to
know.
want to streamline my dice rolling.
You want to
Yeah,
save time.
I'm a fan of that.
I'm a big
Yeah.
fan. This is why I like armies that only have one war gear option.
Yeah, I like this new Sandguard where
Yeah.
like, you've got all spears or all swords. You can have 2 units with different rules, but doable. I've got 2 melter pistols, but they're only 6 inch range, so I'm barely ever going to shoot
Yeah, you'll
them.
use it like twice a game,
Yeah.
maybe.
I like you.
Oh, you too.
Oh,
Good
that's
egg.
nice.
Chat let me down the last 24 hours, but I like you.
At least you've got Joe.
We're
And
mid.
you, Tom.
Thing
Oh,
is,
yeah,
though,
sure.
we're like mid January now, aren't we?
Yeah.
And everyone would have got paid at Christmas, and they would have
Yeah.
spent all their January money.
January
in
is the bad
December.
time.
Help my end of January tax bill or my February eating food. Sorry, our February eating food, Jay.
Yeah. Sell yourself.
I'm not worth a lot, mate. I'll be honest. Chaotic Failure, thank you for the 10. Cheers, Ben. Excited for some night reveals. Wouldn't mind a plastic kit for the Armiger Moirax.
Oh, yeah.
Or the big Porphyrian.
Porphyrian, yeah.
Porphyrian,
What's
thank you.
the fucking chonky ass knight that's a Forge World one?
That's the
With four-
Porphyrian.
Is that the
Porphyrians
one?
are the four-
Yeah.
The huge,
the four lads go-
proper chonky boy.
Yeah.
But
He-
wouldn't-
That one is cool.
Wouldn't be opposed to some infantry screens, be they Admic or just normal men. We're just normal men.
Just
Yeah.
men.
It is annoying.
Manly men.
It is annoying for
innocent
Chaos Knights where you have one detachment which allows you to take infantry, or your only other option is demons. It's a bit annoying.
Yeah.
They almost need
We were saying when you went to the toilet, I would take just some standard infantry battle line. That's where you move the OC to drop the OC on the Armiger class type things down. That are like long coats, helmets. They're like guardsmen essentially. They're like guardsmen. Then I would take. This is for standard Imperial Knights. Chaos, you could do something similar. Then I would have an Elite's choice. Not that Elite's is a thing anymore, but it means you can't take 6 of them. Some kind of engineering type unit that maybe can help repair knights, big knights specifically, not little ones. Fuck that. Big knights specifically.
like when they had like the Tech
Having-
Marine
yeah.
and 4 Servitor kind of.
that, but not like a Tech Marine, but like
Having
actual.
like the Knight Bannermen would be really cool.
Yeah,
Just
I'd
like
be
big
well into
banners
that.
everywhere.
Oh, Bannermen would be fucking sick. You'd get very excited about
You
Bannermen,
would be
wouldn't you?
fully erect
Love
if there was just a kit of banners.
Yeah. I could take this big gun or I could take a flag. Joe's like, flag.
Flag every
Flag
time.
every time.
Flags in units that don't even.
If I don't have a flag, how do they know I'm here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Meat Squadron, thank you for the $2. I only last 30 seconds. Yeah, exactly.
Fair enough.
We all do, mate.
I'm a victim.
I don't even last 30 seconds.
No, that's it.
Oh, I'm still on flag.
That's a long day.
I'm
Still on flag.
I'm a victim. I'm a victim of
Most of the time, Joe is thinking about flags.
First and 6th edition artwork for Games Workshop.
Yeah.
Because all the black and white artwork for Games Workshop back in dear, right, was always like a cool hero and then like a sea of stuff. But there's like loads and loads of like banners
Flags,
just up
yeah.
everywhere.
Whilst he's on flags, he does in fact not last 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Fun with
You
flags.
do have a lot of flags in your armies.
What
like
they need
flags.
to bring back is the humble back banner.
Back that'd be cool.
Yeah.
You get some of them in Dark Angels.
Yeah, but they kind of got rid of them because of people like Eddie.
What? Because
Oh,
you
I'm
can
going to shoot my las
yeah.
cannon out my back banner.
Yeah.
That I glue onto my model.
Yeah, but when you put your giant banner on, that's the same thing. You can still do that.
Yeah.
Meat Squadron, thank you for the 1 gifted. We are up to 48 now. We're 2 away from halfway there.
There you go.
Wee Man, thank you for 5 more gifted memberships.
Thank you, wee man. I hope that when you go to work tomorrow, your boss gives you a £20 Greg's voucher.
Ooh.
Or like
£20 goes a long way in Greg's.
No, I'm pretty sure what he does to work is just look after his mum, but in some capacity, we
I
hope,
hope your mum gives you 20
we hope
quid
he gets a
to spend at
£20 Greg's voucher. Is what we're saying.
Yeah, I hope
that's the bit that's
I
important.
hope it just
there.
goes through your post box. Or
Some way or
whatever.
another, we hope you get a £20 Greg's voucher.
Yeah.
You're very bad at remembering facts about people, aren't you?
I mean, he has got a job. His mum could be his boss.
Black Mountain Wargaming, thank you for the 5. Any news on Hades breaching drills and Malcadors?
They're models.
Yeah, but do we know if they're
Games
going?
like still sell them.
Yeah, but they're going to Legend because Krieg would like Hades Breaching Drills.
Oh,
and Malkadors.
yeah, I guess.
I specifically would like Malkadors because you have the plastic solar auxiliary models.
Right.
But I don't know if you're going to have access to them.
Right. Without breaking NDA,
Uh-oh.
what's happened to all Forge World for every codex that's ever been released?
Custodes kept all of it.
Yeah.
Apart from Custodes. Yeah.
Some of it is slightly gone.
I wouldn't be a betting man on this. Considering what's happened
He's
before.
really trying to like think about this.
Yeah.
Are you suggesting you have some form of influence or intuition going on here, Jay?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But
I think it's fair to say that you should not invest in Forge World, generally
I
speaking.
would say that your plastic and resin kits that you currently own could be used for something else.
I would say also, it depends on what your point is for using things like Hades Breaching Drills. If you want to use them in tournament play, I would think about a different strategy. If you're using them for friendly games, they'll have Legends rules probably.
Yeah.
Great terrain.
I think Forge World's mass supply of essentially unit extensions for 40k armies is going away. And I think Forge World are going to predominantly focus on big kits or supporting systems like Horus Heresy. I
Yeah.
don't think we're going to see a significant amount. And I'll be honest with you, I am sad because Dreadclaw drop pods, Brass Scorpions, Decimators, as a Chaos player, very sad. But I also think it's for the better.
Yeah.
Because what we see with Forge World is, here's some rules for Forge World, they stay the same for 3 years, no matter what happens to the edition. And
Yeah,
sometimes they
true.
were broken, sometimes they were terrible. I'm actually here for it. I think that removing Forge World slowly from the game and going, you can have it for a Revenant Titan or a Warhound, but we're not going to be selling you 50 to 60 to 80 point units that you can add into
Yeah.
any army. I think it's better for the game overall.
I
think-
do, because like, if you look at the Caladius Grav tank in Custodes is arguably potentially the best tank in the game.
Yep.
And that's because they haven't changed its rules for the whole of 10th edition. 'Cause
Yep.
It's Forge World and they never ever will change it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's too. And now with the new Forge World tank detachment that.
Oh yeah, it's just got better
It's
in
just got
the quote
even more
Dreadnought
efficient.
detachments.
Yeah.
I am sad that they are taking stuff away, especially
I'm
for people
definitely sad.
especially for people like I think about poor Warmaster Will out there, for people that spent a lot of
My
money,
poor Dreadclaw drop
a
pods.
lot of money on resin. I am very sad for them, and I genuinely feel sorry for them. But I think for the health of the game, I think it is the right move.
I
think it is, but I also don't understand why they were then making plastic versions that they don't want to sell to people.
Well, there's that as well.
because it gets siloed into heresy.
Yeah, I know they don't want to have overlap.
Well,
but
also, if they
it's
bring
weird.
those plastic versions out and they put rules in the Codex, then fine. But again, it's two different rules teams.
Yeah, true.
It's literally two different rules
Yeah.
teams as well.
My biggest gripe is that they remove stuff for people to use, but then continue to draw pictures of them and use them in the lore and the narrative.
Stop talking.
That's be sad.
Stop talking. Because I know exactly what you're referring to. Stop talking. Evan Tumanilay, thank you for the one gifted membership. Dan, thank you for the 2. Liam, Thematic Army, yes. Table turn 1, also yes.
Yes.
You know what you can do
That
then?
is-
What can you do then, Dan? Go to the bar.
Yeah.
Those two things go hand in hand most of the time.
I'm here for it. Straight
Yeah.
to the bar. And then I can go and laugh at Joe and Paddy whilst they're getting stressed about losing.
Put
When
stuff,
Joe runs into the Helldrakes,
put stuff in reserves, it lasts longer.
Yeah.
true.
Roski B. Not Rossano, thank you for the 1 gifted membership. You're a hero. Kazarian, thank you for the 10. Hear me out. Titus released like 3 months after Space Marine 2. Infinite and Divine Special Edition was a month or so ago. Trays and model to be announced Friday. GW marketing timing. I'd be honest.
No.
With the Necron Codex out, I don't think you'll see anything now.
I wouldn't bank.
I don't think there'll be any Necrons.
Why release Trays in as a model now when you could just hold him for the 11th edition Codex and release him then?
Yeah, because is he in the book currently, Tracy?
Yeah, I think he's in the book, isn't he? I don't know.
I think he is.
Let's have a look, shall we? This is my noise of going through
I'm not sure.
We were looking at the Guard Codex earlier, weren't we? There's a couple of characters that go from that now.
Yeah,
Old Iron Hand.
Strachan's gone. I think
Trayson's in the Codex, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, cool.
I think we're going. I think going forward for a lot of books, if it's currently made of resin and Games Workshop don't announce a new model, I wouldn't see them last.
Well, so Pask
say
went
that.
before the last Codex came out for Guard,
Yeah.
as did Yarrick.
Yeah.
Now we've lost Sergeant Harker and Colonel Ironhand Strachan.
Yeah.
And I'm not that sad. Like, Tau lost, what's his name, who used to sit in the fucking tank.
Yeah. Blood Angels lost all resin / metal models. Right. Dark Angels weirdly kept one.
Yeah.
They kept Ezekiel.
He's
Yeah,
the only...
didn't
Oh, and
Huron-
Samael.
And Samael, yeah.
And Huron Blackheart's still going.
Yeah, so like, I think
But again, if you think about Games Workshops, if they have forward planning, which I'm sure some of them have sometimes, some little part of maybe a slither of forward planning. This edition was kind of the refresh of Deathwing.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind betting 11th edition might be the refresh of Ravenwing.
Eldars,
That'd be cool.
all like they've replaced all of the resin kits with plastic.
Have they?
Well, all the aspect warriors. That was the last of the resin kits, wasn't it?
The only one they haven't announced is Karandras.
Yeah. But
More on that later. Stick Monkey, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships.
Stick Monkey, I hope that you win a lifetime supply of jorts.
Shorts.
What's that?
Jean shorts.
Jean shorts, yeah.
Oh.
Is he a
Do
particular
you wear jean
enjoyer
shorts?
of
Have you
jean
got
shorts?
jean shorts?
No, I moved off from
Do you
jean
like
shorts out of
Sean?
my shorts.
Sean.
Yeah, he's alright. He's a good egg.
You
I
just
think,
wanted
like-
to wear jean shorts forever.
He wants to see his legs.
Although I think the only time, every time I've met him, he's wearing the old jean shorts.
Oh, was
you know?
he?
The Warthog Ray Leaper is absolutely not resin.
Yeah, he's plastic the way
He's
Leaper.
100% plastic. The Warthog Ray Leaper.
Yeah. He's like John Cena.
Oh yeah, Taos did have that weird Firesight marksman that's resin or something.
So, yeah, they got rid of Mr. the Tank Man, didn't they?
Yeah.
So they're slowly but surely getting rid of them. And I think if you have a character that's still resin in your codex,
It's
like
not going
him,
to make it into 11th.
or they know they're making that model, and that's why they've left him in the codex.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Yeah.
So if you keep Huron Blackheart's in the Chaos Codex, isn't he? So my guess is he'll get a plastic model. If they weren't going to make a plastic model, I'll take him out.
He does really need a new model.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or they'll come back.
Because Yarrick got taken out, who had an old resin model. And I can't.
R.I.P.
I'd be very surprised to see him. I'd love to see him come back in, but I'd be surprised to see it now. I don't think he will. So,
Did he have any children? Did he have any children?
Yarrick?
Yeah, I don't think he's got any kids in
I
there.
don't know, mate. I'm not sure about his personal life, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Thank you, Toxtrio, for the €10. I kind of want for my Death Guard to get the NID treatment, where we get Plague Marines with melee weapons and Plague Marines with ranged weapons, and then give them actual rules. Also streamlining their attacks a bit. Yeah, they're in this weird place, aren't they?
They're one of the ones that you have like 7 different weapons on each one of them, and it takes like 30 minutes to actually go through them.
But then with Warriors, when they split them down the middle, they lost battle line.
But
If they did it with Plague Bearers, you then can take 100. You can take 120
Oh, that is
Plague
true,
Bearers.
isn't it?
But why couldn't they go
Not Plague Bearers, Plague.
Why couldn't they go
Plague
maybe
Marines.
Plague Marines with ranged weapons and battle line and Plague Marines and melee weapons aren't, for example? Is that feasible? Or?
No, I don't know. I think maybe they could
Yeah.
do it so with the weapon options, you either have all melee or all shooting, but you can only have 6.
Yeah.
Chat, we're 2 away from halfway.
Yeah, I don't know what you do with them. But then, historically, Plague Marines have always been bolt gun knife.
Yeah, because they're basically legionnaires.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
But now,
yeah,
they're such
but-
a weird kit now. With like
Now they're like
flamers and
yeah.
knives and flails
Yeah.
and just a bunch
two
of random
different
shit.
Spewby guns and
Yeah,
then
yeah,
and
yeah.
then like a variety of
Two
flails.
different what?
Spewby.
What's
Yeah.
a Spewby?
I don't know.
It's what Joe calls
the spurt
flamers.
guns. Yeah,
Oh, right, okay.
because they're not flamers, are they? They just kind of
They're like,
vomit all over
Vomit
you. kind of
yeah,
like,
flamers, yeah.
sludge.
yeah, not like a gas gun.
No.
It's just like,
it could
like
be the other kind
Nickelodeon
of gas.
guns.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? I on the one hand, I am a little bit sad that significant numbers of named characters and stuff are leaving the game,
Yeah.
and seemingly just being flat removed, a la Pask, Yarrick. I only talk about Guard right now because it's relevant, right? But Harker, Strachan. But we look at other characters like Seth, Longstrike, etc. It is sad they're all leaving the game. It is, but I also kind of get why they're doing it.
They're streamlining it, and like making it more like.
Because I think a lot of people focus it from a model perspective. They've not made a model; they're going to get rid of it. But I actually think that removing all these edge case characters to do these weird things does make the game a bit easier to balance.
Can the Cadian Castellan join Catachan?
I very much doubt it. So in terms of what can join what, it's pretty much locked to the keywords.
Who can join Catachans?
Who can join Catachans?
Sly Marbo, probably.
Sly Marbo is a
loan
loan
up, I think.
Oh, is he a loan up?
Because technically, Games Workshop sells individual Catachan character models.
Right.
In
like
Jackson
generic.
Ripper, like the lady captain or
Lord Solar can join Catachans on his horse, right? Acadian Castellan, guess what? Can join Acadian Shock Troops or Kazakin. Acadian Command Squad can join Acadian Shock Troops. That's it. A Krieg Command Squad, guess what? Deathcore Krieg or Krieg Combat Engineers, which is quite interesting. Lord Marshal, just Death Riders. Catachan Command Squad can join Catachan Jungle Fighters. That's 2 units so far. Sly Marbo, epic hero, lone op, doesn't join anybody. The tank commander can't join Catachans. The Rogal Dawn commander can't join Catachans. A Primaris Psyker can join Catachans. Catachan Jungle Fighters. Nork Deadog, he can join anything with an officer in it, basically, can't he? Start your battle formation, must join one command squad unit from your army. The command squad can't have more than one Lord Protector. So he can join Catachans, but only Gaunt's Ghosts they get loan up. Militarum Tempest of Scions, guess what? Can't join Catachan. Surprise. A Minotaurian Priest, he can join Catachan Jungle Fighters. Right? Gives them sustained hits 1 on their melee weapons, which is all right. So you could take, I guess, one in there. Tech Priest Engineer can join Catachan Jungle Fighters. Why? Whatever.
The Tech Priest.
A Commissar can join Catachan Jungle Fighters. That's it. So
because they've sold it like individual Catachan character models.
And they still sexy, cool individual Catachan.
And they still do. I just wish that there was an option for Catachans currently, because I really want to see a cool Catachan range.
Yeah. Oh, I want to see a Catachan range. It'd be so cool.
Yeah.
I bet they'll get a kill team.
We'll get the oops reverse on the LVO show on Friday.
Yeah.
But like, hey, you know that Codex? Guess what? Here's all the Catachans.
Yeah.
Because they only need to sell 3, they just need to replace the 3 boxes.
The odds are pretty much every kill team that comes out has guard in it. So if they do a kill team reveal, there's probably going to be guard.
Lionheart says the new Blood Angels Codex mentions that Seth is still around and Brother Corby actually we removed them from the game. Maybe new models from 11th. I honestly think if they were going to get new models in 11th edition, they wouldn't have removed them from the Codex. So Yarrick is the same. People go, he's dead. We have no idea. There's a lot of characters getting removed from Codexes with no indication as to what's actually happened to them.
I would like to see
your own penis
AOSing of characters in 40k.
What do you mean?
What's that mean?
Remove 90% of the generic characters, right? I don't want to have fucking 13 Space Marine captains.
You don't want 12 Space Marine characters.
I don't want. I want a Space Marine captain that has an option to be on foot, in Gravis armor, or jump pack, right?
Yeah, or Terminator.
And it's just one profile, or a Terminator armor,
or a Phobos.
Right? Yeah, he can just pick whichever one. So you take this armor, this is the ability you get. Phobos, you get infiltrate. Terminator armor, you get deep strike. Jump pack, you move 12, right?
Definitely.
Same profile across the board, but I don't know, 2 up.
Gravis, you get gout.
Right.
Yeah, probably.
And then you could join the relevant units and then add more named characters to the game. Because AOS,
that'd be cool.
Because the AOS is full of really cool characters that are impactful in different ways depending on which way you want to play the army. But they're unique. You can only take one. But then move towards a more aura-based system with characters again.
You miss auras.
I miss auras. Yeah.
Do you miss auras?
No, I don't think so.
I thought that's the way it was. It's very interesting that you're both very opposite ends of the scale on this one.
Yeah, I think auras. So auras kind of push you into a clumping, right?
That's why I don't like it.
But the way the game plays, you have to spread out, right? So you have areas on the table which are kind of affected.
You end up having 3 clumps.
Yeah. Whereas now you end up with, I've got 6 units with 6 characters in, kind of thing. I don't want to have to pay for 6 characters to affect my unit in every single. I've bought 6 characters. They're all captains. They all do the exact same thing. Why can't I just have one who affects a certain area of the table? Because I spent 600 points, kind of thing.
Yeah, I just don't miss the Death Star style of 9th edition, where I remember like Abaddon and 10 Terminators just being the hardest thing in the game to kill.
But that was because of the rules that been enforced on top, because all Abaddon gave them was reroll hits.
I think the aura issue previously was semi-solved by the AOS team. So the aura issue previously was also that because most things were a 6-inch aura minimum.
Yeah,
it's actually quite a large area of effect.
It's a big area,
and the rule was within 6 inches. So you could have half of a base within 6 inches for a unit of 20 dudes, and the whole unit of 20 gets the benefit of that particular aura. AOS went, we don't want that. We don't want one bloke in the middle being able to affect so many units because that's too much. So they changed it to wholly within. And that's made a big difference. So you still have auras. So a character can still impact two or three different units, but they have to be wholly within his aura, whatever that aura might be. Yeah. Which is then interesting because you then can't spread out like you used to be able to in 40k. Yeah, and the game does require you to spread out.
Yeah.
So you then have to kind of get that balance between I want the aura, but I also need to go and get that objective or go and be in that table quarter or whatever it might be. And I think they did quite an eloquent job of going, we're going to keep auras in, so we don't have characters joining units, but we're also not going to have a monumentally huge 12 bubble.
The auras need to be less powerful than they used to be as well, because I remember loads of them would just be like, just reroll all hits and wounds.
Yeah.
But then Abaddon does reroll all hits. His aura, or everyone gets a 4-up.
I mean, there are still characters with auras, like Angron gives reroll hits.
But you only have. But then you only have one character in your army that does it.
I think
because he's like 300 points.
Again, I don't know for certain, but we saw with Grotmus, I think a lot more aura-based things coming in.
Yeah, there were quite a few
with enhancements and stuff. And I think the guy who's coming in and taking over of the rule set, I get the impression he's not a big fan of what they've done with 10th edition.
He does seem to be backtracking,
reverting,
things,
which personally, and I know people disagree with me, I'm aware of that, and it's fine. You're welcome to stick it in comment sections after the fact as well. We can have a chat. But personally, I'm all for some of the reverting.
Yeah.
If it's done in a manner which goes, the reason why it was changed in the first place was because it was a problem.
Yeah.
So if we're going to revert it, we don't just revert it. We revert it, but we add some caveats. We sort of tweak it slightly. Like maybe auras become 3-inch auras instead of 6-inch auras. Again, that tightens that bubble in, but it does mean that you can string 20 blokes out, and the bloke on the end is going to benefit.
I remember like there were characters where you could have the 6-inch aura and then give them a buff that makes it a 12-inch aura, and then it just becomes like the entire board gets it.
Yeah. And then you put a bloke within range of the aura, and then you twos all the way down with your bloke on 20, and the guy at the end is re-rolling hits and wins.
The guy 7 miles away is just like, oh, thanks, re-rolls.
Yeah, but
which is interesting because they even put some things in 10th edition that solve part of those problems. So, for example, in 9th edition, you could make a charge with a unit, you could charge in, get into combat, and string your blokes all the way back.
Yeah.
And then go, cool, I'm in range of my aura. And then 10th edition went, no, if you can make base, you must make base. So that gives you the opportunity then to go, I've made charge, but I'm going to have to pull myself. I have to pull myself out of aura range.
Space Marines do currently have access to a reroll once to hit aura, but no one takes it.
Where is it?
Space Marine Dreadnought.
Yeah.
If you take a Dreadnought, it gives you real ones to hit.
Yeah, and you're a hero.
You are an actual legend.
And that's a 6-inch aura on a big Dreadnought base.
I feel like their ability should just be your opponent has to buy you a drink.
Yeah.
Yeah, but why would you take an aura that gives you real hits when you've just got Oath?
Yeah.
Yeah, Oath is the ultimate aura.
Yeah,
that thing now dies.
I can take a Dreadnought for what my army rule does.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. Like they've solved the aura problem by just giving your army a crazy roll.
There was things they brought into 9th as well that I was a massive fan of. I've spoken about this before. If you're going to take a chapter master or a captain, you get 1 in your army. If you take an overlord, you get 1 in your army. If you've got the overlord keyword, you get 1. Take an autarch, you get 1 in an army. I loved that. I was like, yes, because he's the commander, the bloke singular in charge.
But I want 7 war bosses.
Tough, Tom. But the thing is, you have to be able to take that number of war bosses now because some of the units flat don't really function without the character.
Yeah, definitely. Like
so characters like a war boss called a war boss is now really just a knob. It's essentially a squad upgrade in essence, right?
Yeah, basically.
In fact, he's actually like the hardest hitting.
The war boss hits harder than most characters in the game.
Yeah, like the fact now knobs are basically additional wounds for the characters.
Oh no, knobs hit fucking hard.
Ash, thank you for the 2. He says, what 2 kill teams would you want to see? One new, one upgrade.
Ooh.
So one complete new kill team, one upgrade. I'm annoyed that you've shortened that just so you can only spend 199 as well. You
good question,
fucking cheapskate shit.
Anyway,
I'd love to say a World Eaters kill team, but I don't know what the fuck they'd put in it.
Jump infantry.
That'd be cool. Just jump pack. Jump pack.
5 jump.
like they do a
What are the
Votan,
ones-
one jump pack guy.
Yeah, one jump pack guy.
5 jump corn dudes with lightning claws.
Or flamers.
Oh, flamers, yes! A jump flame
Do
unit.
you remember what the heresy jump pack dudes are called for World Eaters that have like the flamers that are slowly killing them? They're like
destroyers,
or something. If they did destroyers, I'd be down for that.
Yeah. I want to see
Also Catachan.
Your own penis.
a Legion specific upgrade sprue for all Space Marine chapters.
I would like to see
I want to see
Iron Warriors.
Yeah, Iron Warriors would be cool. I'd like to see like an Alpha Legion upgrade sprue.
I don't know what they do for Alpha Legion.
Give them kind of like because they're like infiltrating assassins.
Give them a
aren't
stealthy
they?
box.
Yeah, because like the Alpha Legion special weapon is like a power dagger, right? Because they've got little
A shiv.
Yeah,
I
so it's
think-
like a strength 4 AP2 knife kind of thing.
I think a power move would be to go LVO. Here's the next kill team. It's a box 10 Catachan jungle fighters.
I want,
Oh yeah.
That's power move.
yeah, or
I would genuinely not be surprised as well if they did that.
if it's Catachan, I'll be happy. Or
They desperately
Gaunt's
need
Ghosts. I've said it a million times.
it. Gaunt's Ghost
We've
has
got
a
Gaunt's
kit.
Ghosts.
There's
no,
a kit. It's
a
fine.
kill team of an actual infantry squad
But it's a
of Gaunt's
character.
Ghosts.
So it's not Gaunt's Ghosts.
Was Gaunt's
Yeah,
Ghost
the
and
Tanith
friends.
first. and only.
Tanith.
Yeah.
Tanith first only
It's
what
a
you want.
Tanith
Right,
infantry
okay.
squad,
We've
right?
got Gaunt's Ghosts.
Yeah, we've got Gaunt's Ghost. So you got Gaunt's Ghost. You've got that's his command squad.
Yeah.
Right, and then you've got
Right.
infantry squad,
Right.
which gives you a flamer and a sniper, or I don't know, a flamer and a missile launcher in the squad.
Yeah.
because that's
Okay.
how their squads are built. And then it's Games Workshop's license to print money.
No, I don't know. I think you want it, but I don't know. I mean,
I think they would sell loads.
I think they'd sell more Catachans than they would Tanith.
yeah, I agree with that. I think they'd
Probably.
sell more Iron Warriors ones as well, to be honest.
So thank you, Sigmar, for the 2. Give us Iron Warriors. Give Iron Warriors a Night Lords treatment.
100%.
Well, I think they should do it for every.
Oh yeah, I think
Chaos
they should
Legion.
definitely because I
The
think
Codex ones.
Iron
But
Warriors is
then
one of the
would
better
you-
ones to do it with.
Would you also do it for Loyalist chapters?
Oh,
Or do you
100%.
do you think Loyalist chapters are more inclined to, if you think Iron Warriors, Imperial Fist Salamanders look similar? Or,
So
or do you
you
think
go-
they should look more different?
So you go. Salamanders get a specialist flamer unit that gets like a heavy flamer, and like.
But is it? Yeah, I don't know though, because like the loyalist ones, I feel like they have enough special units going already.
but not the not the supplements. So
No, I know,
So
but,
what
like,
I want is a Raven
just-
Guard one, an Iron Hands one, a.
I agree with
Salamanders
this in
one.
principle. I just don't know what units they'd actually get given.
Yeah,
Is
but
there anything?
no one knew. We didn't see the Night Lords
Lords.
one coming.
No,
right?
yeah, definitely,
No
but
one
I think-
asked for it.
I think there's more
Yeah, but we got
freedom
it.
of expression in the Chaos ones that they could
Yeah.
go for, rather than the Astartes ones, which kind of all share
Yeah.
the same war
I think-
gear.
You end up going down the makeup kind of route of essentially for Space Marines a kind of version of what you get from Death Watch. So the Raven Guard one would be a bunch of guys with sniper rifles or a bunch of guys with like jump packs.
That would be cool.
Yeah, here's a 10-man squad that has all sniper rifles, or you've got you can make a 5-man squad of sniper rifles, or you can all have lightning
I
claws.
just think for a kill team,
Hmm.
Space Marines are less individualistic.
Chat,
So-
by the way, we're still on 48 members whilst they're chatting. Still
Yeah.
2 away from 50.
I don't know, 'cause,
Alright,
like-
just two chat.
because
50.
the Warhammer Heroes kill team, which you can only get by buying the Warhammer Heroes box sets, is really good because you've got a sniper, a heavy bolter guy, a captain, like
Which
a
is
bunch
a
of-
significantly more kill team.
yeah.
Well, it
I feel
should be.
like that should be kill team, whereas I'm not sure if that would fit well in like a 40k setting though.
I don't know.
Because again, you'd have like the problem of I have this gun and then this gun and then this gun and then this gun.
Yeah, but that's what the Night Lords one is. I've got
Yeah, there are like
I've
five
got,
different
I've
weapons.
got 2 chain glaives which have got different stat lines.
Yeah.
A power fist, lightning claws, a power sword, and then a banner. You know,
They seem to
with
love
a
doing that in
chainsaw.
chaos units in general, to be honest.
It does mate.
It's
Because
just-
I just look at the Terminators,
Yeah.
like you can have 3 power fists
Don't-
and a chain fist and a twin lightning claw and
the
a
thing
curse
is,
weapon.
it is an inherent issue in why using kill team in 40. It's an inherent problem of using kill teams in 40k. There's
Yeah.
always going to be an inherent issue with using kill teams in 40k.
Unless you're Drakari or Elder.
But saying that, I would rather have access to those kits.
Yeah.
But I don't. I feel like you solve this. Again, I feel like you solve this problem immediately if you go granular points.
Yeah.
So you can buy your
Yeah.
Night Lord's kill team, and you can go, I want the chain glaives or I don't. At the moment, you're going to go, why would I not build them? I literally get them for free as part of the unit.
Yeah.
I have to build them, and you end up with 7 different weapons. But you, as a Chaos player, is probably never going to play kill team. Well, actually, we might do because of the channel. Let's say we didn't have the channel. You'd
Yeah.
probably never play kill team with that kit, right? So it might be in the future that you look at that, you'd buy that kit if it was granular points. You go, chain glaive looks good. That looks like a waste of time. That looks like a waste of time. I don't want to make the unit 150 points.
Yeah.
So I'm going to leave them off. And then you still get access to use the kit in 40k because they've got rules for it. But you're not going to add all those different weapons up and then roll fucking 8 different profiles.
What I want from the kill team upgrades brews isn't specifically the unit itself. What I want is the ability to customize my army with those upgrades brews. Because the Night Lord's
Exactly.
the Night Lord box set gives you loads of shoulder pads, loads of heads,
Exactly.
loads of cool attachments to make your generic Chaos Space Marine army look like.
Well, here's the other
Night
thing,
Lords.
Joe, right? So I like the fact, I genuinely like the fact that the Night Lord's kill team has rules that are different to a standard Legionnaire squad.
Yeah.
I do genuinely like that.
Yeah.
That being said, if they release that Night Lord's kill team box to upgrade Legionnaire units with no Night Lord's rules, would you have bought them anyway to make
100%.
your Legionnaires look like Night Lords?
Oh yeah, I'll be on it immediately.
So we didn't need the rules.
No.
I'm glad we've got special rules,
Yeah.
but we didn't need the rules for all the weapons.
Yeah, but I feel like now they've done it, we've kind of set a precedent because it was the top kit of last year.
But we all moan about the fact that there's 25 different weapon options. At the same time, if Games Workshop had gone, here's a Night Lord's kill team, you can also buy these for 40k if you want, people would whinge that, oh yeah, but I don't want to put all the options on them for 40k, but I want all the options for kill team, now I've got to buy 2. So sometimes they're damned if they do, damned if they don't,
Well,
unfortunately.
it's like the Krieg kill team. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah, I
That's
mean,
what we got.
Warhammer fans never be happy, right?
No.
Simply Brazen, thank you for the 1 gifted membership. Ash Thompson, thank you for the 1 gifted membership. We're on 50. Now I just need one of you out there,
Did you
let's say Kazarin, to drop
Did
50.
you read Simred's one, which is Schaefer's Last Chances Revive Epic Kill Team? That'd be great.
I'd love that kill team, actually, yeah. Schaefer's last chances.
But it's
I'm into it.
But I
into
just
it.
want more army expression in the game. Not skill expression, but army expression. I want to be able to express
Yourself.
myself through my army.
Yeah.
Right.
Play Nurgle then.
Well, no. So like, what I want is that I want my Raven Guard to look different to Iron Hands.
Yeah,
different
I get
to
it.
Salamanders.
Without it just being a colour scheme.
Yeah, I don't want it just to be a shoulder pad and a transfer. I want it to be helmets,
is
shoulder pads,
basically
arms,
the difference, though.
equipment. But that is the difference. But when you put a unit of intercessors next to each other, one's Raven Guard, one's Salamanders. The Salamanders one's going to obviously have the iconography, but you might have flames on the greaves because they give you different sets of greaves. You've got like a helmet
Guard.
with the drake skin on it, whereas the Raven Guard one's all Mark V Corvus shoulder pads and helmets.
Maybe their
you know?
jump infantry have got those little wing things that the Heresy ones have.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, for some reason they bring in lightning claws again, so you've got like Raven.
Yeah, GW seems to not like lightning claws.
Yeah, it's such a weird. It's such a weird road to go down.
Yeah, like they're pretty cool.
Yeah, because they're really selective where they put lightning claws now. So you've got warp talons, Shrike.
Warp talons.
So warp talons have got lightning claws.
Oh right, yeah. Sorry, I thought you were still talking about Space Marines.
Yeah. Black Templars have one guy that can have
Oh, yeah,
lightning
that's weird,
claws.
isn't it?
Yeah.
The one new kit they've done is
Yeah.
the Black Templars Sword Bros.
Yeah, Harken Wellclaimer has one lightning claw.
I mean, Terminators have
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, but they're not got that. They're an old kit now, isn't it?
No, but like Chaos.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Chaos Terminators have one guy with lightning claws. Normal Space Marines have Assault Terminators with lightning claws, but they're garbage.
They're not. Yeah, they're going to be gone
Yeah.
anyway, aren't they? Realistically.
I just want sexy.
We
sexy
didn't
armies.
talk loads about what we actually think is coming for LVO. We talked about what we want. We want knights of some sort of upgrade or update with some new models. We want
Just want a roadmap.
We want massive. We want a roadmap. We
Yeah.
want massive Emperor's Children reveals. Well, I want Catachan kill team, but I don't think we'll get it now after the Guard Codex. Well, that would be a hell of a play. That'd
be a big dick move.
I think what I'd like to see is the next 6 armies. Not the next 3,
that's a
because
lot.
they're like 3.
Oh,
What's the next
yeah.
6?
But I don't think they know the order of the next 6, That's the problem.
Yeah, I feel like they know the
order.
next 3.
Because like the problem is with like doing it 3. Once those 3 out, we'll tell you the next 3.
I mean, what I'd really like is the next 4 to just all be the Chaos Legions.
Yeah, cool. Right. Well, anyway, hope you guys have enjoyed the show. If you haven't decided yet what you'd like to see, or if you haven't got an opinion on what you think you're going to see, at some point feel free to stick it in the comment section below after this becomes a video on demand, which will happen shortly after the stream finishes. Thank you so much to everybody who gifted. We did get to 50. Which means their target tonight is slightly lower. We did get to 50. Thank you so much. And thank you to all of you people that super chatted in. I think we've got through every single one of them. But thank you so much for all you wonderful human beings' interaction and, more importantly, support for the channel. We're going to go and get ready for tonight's game now. Paddy is getting here about 5 o'clock. We've got Custodes versus brand new Astra Militarum tonight. And Joe is going to be playing the Mechanised Assault Detachment, which is basically the one that he built his whole army off of ages ago because he likes the idea of mechanised infantry. So we'll be seeing that tonight. What we're going to try and do over the course of the next 2 weeks is a different Guard detachment on each night, which actually, because this Codex is written so well, I think we can do.
Is it 4?
There's 5 in total in the
5.
book.
I think
Oh,
it's
5, okay.
I think it's the best, most narrative Codex they've done so far.
Really?
Yeah.
Got more than like CSM?
Yeah. I think it's arguably the best.
Electman says, you
all-rounder.
don't think they've already sent books and models to production at this point? I think they know Next 6 armies. I think they know what they've sent to production. I don't think they know which Next 6 ones
Yeah,
they're
but like
producing.
it depends on which boat gets stuck in the Suez Canal that month, you know?
Let's call it influence or intuition. And if you know what that means, you know what that means. They know what they've sent to the production line. They know what's in production, but they do not know which 6 armies they're releasing next.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Yeah. They're like, this stuff was delivered on time. Back it goes.
Yeah. So hopefully you'll come and join us tonight for that one. I'll be on the deck. Tom's probably going to go home and rest.
Yeah, I think so.
He's been poorly boy. Joe keeps poisoning him.
Joe, he does.
He's got the
I should
box
probably stop accepting open cans from him.
Or open mouth kisses.
Yeah.
And then tomorrow at 7:30 in the evening, we've got the Warhammer show. Thursday, there's another live game of 40k, but no Liam, Tom, and Joe show. But there will be a 5 a.m. reveal stream on Friday morning. And then, depending on how alive I am after that, there might be an After Dark show that night where we can talk about everything that was revealed earlier.
Resident Rum Drinker is not the tank detachment. It's the Armoured Fist one, which is infantry in transport.
Yeah, the tank detachment is just tanks can advance 6 inches.
Yeah,
It's not
can't
like
see through walls.
Joe just heard fisting. It was like, that's
it's
the one.
the mechanized assault is not Hammer of the Emperor. They're 2 different detachments. Hammer of the Emperor is tanks. Mechanized assault is infantry get out of transports and can do shit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which is cool. Chimeras everywhere. Thank you, you wonderful humans, for watching us. Hopefully you've enjoyed the show. Hopefully we see you tonight. If not, we'll see you in the next one.
Bye, have a wonderful time.